What's up, everybody, and welcome to Tales and Ales, the podcast where great stories and great brews go hand in hand.
Every week, me and Harmon are going to crack open a new craft beer and dive into just random topics off the top of our heads.
Yep, so grab a drink, kick back, and join us for some laughs, some insight, and maybe even a tall tale or two.
Because every good story needs a good ale. I can't get mine open.
Cheers.
What's up?
What
Happy
up,
Friday.
dude? Happy Friday. Did you have a crazy day at work?
Crazy week, man. Crazy week.
Fuck yeah. Were you busy?
Weather. Yeah.
Dude, it was fucking cold.
Dude, it was freezing.
Like,
It was freezing. A lot of my stuff was coming out of Georgia this week, so
oh yeah.
it was a lot of...
South Georgia, Savannah,
yeah.
they get a lot of snow?
They got like 5 or 6 inches.
Dang.
It's more than they got in like 30 years. I had people complaining because they're like, why can't I just go get it tomorrow? I'm like, because they got more snow than they had in 30 years, man. I'm sorry they weren't prepared for that. Like,
yeah.
it's not my fault. I'm sorry. They don't consult me before they close, but I'll
Dude,
check. Yeah.
down in Gulf Shores, they got an insane amount of snow. They got, I think, at my mom's house, they got like 9 inches.
Yeah, that's pretty wild. They had Pensacola, like, I think I've seen some reports of like 11 inches. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's tart. I like that.
Yeah, it's very tart, very like the raspberry brings out tartness. So
This beer is tarted.
so we got Rapturous, and it's by
Three Taverns?
yeah,
maybe?
Three Taverns Brewery. It's based out of Georgia. And I knew where in Georgia. But
Decatur, right?
Decatur. Yep, Decatur. That's what it was.
Hey.
Yeah, dude. It's
Look
pretty
at that.
good.
Look at the memory on this guy.
Yeah. Yeah. It's pretty good. Yeah, it's definitely tart,
Yeah, it's
bold tartness. You can definitely, like, the raspberry flavor is very
Yeah,
bold.
You can definitely taste the raspberry.
Yeah,
You can
but it's good. It's could be dangerous. I could drink a lot of these. I could get a hangover off one of these.
Oh,
It seems
yeah.
sugary.
It does. Not bad, man. Not bad. Yeah,
No.
what about you? What crazy week?
Not too bad. I called in on Tuesday because Connor just got new orders.
Yeah,
So, and he was, I don't know if he'll be able to come visit again.
sure.
And before he leaves out.
Where's he going now?
Um,
Or was it?
Washington?
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Like D.C. or state?
No, state.
Oh,
Yeah, dude, right on the
Kinda-
coast.
Kinda jealous of that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
awesome.
going to be sick.
Yeah, that's great. Good for him.
Yeah, so he flew out on Wednesday morning. It's kind of fucked up. I wish I couldn't call in 2 days, but Taylor took him to the airport at like 8 in the morning. His flight wasn't until 1 o'clock.
Drop the poor guy off.
Yeah, she just had to drop him off. I mean, I had to I had to
yeah.
leave for work at 2:30, so I couldn't just hang around. But
No, yeah, I get
dude,
it.
it was fucking cold outside.
It's been,
Bitter cold, like, and the wind was blowing.
yeah.
So it was cutting right through you.
It was cold, bro. It
Yeah.
was cold. I was glad I worked in an office this week.
Yeah, I think it stayed around 20-something degrees one day while we were working.
Oh, yeah, I bet.
My fucking hands were freezing. Like,
So-
like your hands get super cold. They
Yeah.
start turning red. You go
Yeah.
inside, and they just start fucking tingling.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how my
Put them
hand-
under hot water and it hurts 10 times worse.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I wouldn't recommend doing that.
No, I've been there, I've done that. It's not a great idea.
But yeah, dude, they got a fucking crazy amount. Did you see New Orleans?
Yeah, crazy amount of snow in New
Yeah,
Orleans, man.
yeah.
I saw a
It's like a
video of
levee
guy-
broke and it froze.
Yeah, saw a video of a guy like playing hockey on the street on Bourbon Street. You know, some
That is
former,
wild.
amateur hockey player. Yeah, he was
Yeah,
just
because
up
I'm
there.
sure it just froze over right
Yeah,
now.
man, just a solid sheet of ice. It was pretty crazy, isn't it? That's I
think-
did see something, man. So actually, now that we're talking about, it was very coincidental. The last time, like, they had significant snow in along the Gulf Coast.
Yeah,
I guess is
yeah,
what I'm
yeah.
trying to say was when it was the second inauguration of was the day after the second inauguration of Grover Cleveland, which.
Damn.
Well, I mean, you think it was a long time ago. But what's even crazier is when you think it snowed that much on the Gulf Coast the day after the inauguration of Donald Trump.
Yeah.
Those two men are the only two presidents that didn't serve consecutive terms. It's kind of, you know,
Dude,
what I'm
that
saying?
is pretty fucking
pretty wild,
crazy.
yeah.
Yeah, I think they broke like a 130-year record down there
I don't doubt
for
it.
like amount of
I
snow.
mean, it was close to a foot in some areas.
Yeah, dude. I can't remember where it was. Maybe like Pensacola or maybe Spanish Fort. They got like 9 inches.
That's wild.
Yeah, dude.
That is wild.
I know. Too bad we didn't get any.
We didn't get shit.
No,
We got
we
the
just
cold.
got cold ass weather.
We got
That
the
Arctic
damn
blast was not lying.
No, it was Arctic, man. It was damn Arctic. But I don't know.
Yeah, I
Felt pretty good today. It started.
Yeah,
to warm
it
back
did
up.
start to warm back up a little bit. We had to go get a tag today
Yeah,
for Taylor's car.
Yeah.
Yep. We got to go renew it next month.
Nice. It's fucking stupid.
I know, dude. I should have
You
asked her.
can't
She'd been
sell it to me for 13 months.
Yeah, for real. Like, give
I
me
will
that
pay-
extra month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What does that month cost me?
Yeah, it was $26.
Yeah. Okay. I will pay you another $26. I'll come back next year.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't, dude. I
It's
was
so
like, Taylor opened it up with the sticker, and I was like, what the fuck?
Gotta go back next month. And shit, they'll get you on that one.
Oh, yeah.
It's gonna
I'm
be
sure.
the good
It'll
one.
probably be like what I paid today times 12.
Probably.
Yeah.
So, yeah. How'd you come up with that?
I don't know. Quick math.
That's pretty wild.
Yeah, dude, this month's flown by. It's already
Yeah.
almost over.
Yep. Be the February before you know it.
Yeah,
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 no doubt. Pretty
yeah.
wild.
I didn't, dude. Whenever you texted me about that other wildfire, I had no idea there was
Yeah.
another one that started.
Well, I think that they've got it for the most part contained,
Yeah,
but it was just how fast that thing set off. So it set off, I think, on Wednesday sometime. I saw it around 2 o'clock, maybe 1 o'clock. So I'd say between 11 and 12 California time, I guess.
yeah.
It burned like 5,000 acres in a few hours. Like it was all brush. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think it was like
Houses
anything like,
and
I don't think anything like it had
buildings,
been, but it
businesses.
was still just, Jesus, man. Just up and gone. All of it. Up
That's
and gone.
insane.
Yeah.
It's
And
crazy how fast that shit can burn down. Like how fast
you
they can
pull
push
up-
through an area.
It's pretty wild if you pull up like Google Maps, you can zoom in to like the Los Angeles area, surrounding areas in Southern California.
Yeah.
They got all these little fire dots of fires that are burning. And
Do
it's
they?
so many more than you think. Like, yeah, we're hearing about Palisades and Eaton and these big
Those are the
ones.
big ones.
Yeah, but there are some, like 94 acres, which, I mean, that's a big fire.
Yeah.
94 acres is a lot of land. Not
Yeah.
in comparison to what some of the others, but 94 acres is a lot of land. And they got these little bitty ones burning everywhere. And they actually got a pretty cool thing. You see the actual fire map of what is burned already.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
Is it mostly in like unpopulated areas, those smaller ones?
They got real lucky when you look, especially like that Palisades fire. If
Yeah.
that thing would have jumped to the south, it would have hit, straight through Los Angeles, which, it makes sense. It burned back toward the mountains and the trees. But
Yeah.
nonetheless, in the hills there, yeah, they got, it went,
Oh yeah,
You
yeah.
know.
They got fucked over. Malibu, dude.
it's all gone.
I remember playing GTA and
Running through Malibu.
running through
Yeah.
Malibu, GTA 5, running through
Yeah.
Malibu Beach,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah,
looking
stop.
at a video of it,
Yeah.
a drone footage of it. I'm like,
Yeah.
fuck, dude, I'd
It's
run
all
by that
gone.
house in GTA.
It's like, dude, I think I smacked a hooker on that corner.
I hopped
pretty
out of the
sure.
car and beat the shit out of a dude on that corner.
Just for funsies. I hopped out of a $100,000 car
and beat the hell out of
and beat the
somebody.
hell out of him. Yeah. Yeah, it's all gone. It's wild, man. Seeing Trump's out there now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he landed probably around 2-3 hours ago.
What do you think they're talking about? You think they're meeting right now?
Yeah, no, I think he's probably. I don't know if they're like in the meeting stage or if he's touring. He was going to walk.
Yeah.
I heard he was going to walk some of those streets. I don't know, man. I don't know what they're talking about. Gavin Newsom met him when he landed.
Yeah.
and that wasn't expected. It looked like they had a interesting conversation. Don't know what they said, but
Yeah.
He
I remember
was-
Trump said that he used to be fond of him and now he's not.
yeah. I don't know. I don't.
Which, in that profession, you've got to be professional either way when you're meeting somebody. So,
Yeah, well, especially at a time like this.
yeah.
You've got,
Oh, yeah.
I don't know, 17,000, 20,000 people without homes.
Yeah. Yeah.
God knows how many people, dead or missing or,
Oh, dude, there's no telling.
Yeah, there's no time for petty stuff right now.
Yeah.
Which, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, you got to get things done. And I saw that he stopped foreign aid to other countries until...
put a pause on that for a while.
Because they're going to start assisting North Carolina first.
Well, man, they need to. These people are living in tents. It's been
still,
cold here.
Still.
Bro, it's been cold here. It's cold in those mountains. It's cold in North Carolina.
Dude.
It's freezing
I know
up
it's
there.
cold there.
Yeah, and it's been 3 months.
Yeah.
Longer since that rolled through. Yeah, they need some...
Yeah, they definitely need some assistance because those people don't have the money like the people in California do, or the Los Angeles area.
A completely different set of people.
Oh yeah,
just night and day.
Yeah, these two people wouldn't go in the same grocery store.
No, they wouldn't. People out in California have never heard of Walmart. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's all Sprouts.
Honestly,
and
some of the people in those hollers in North Carolina have never heard of Walmart either. Let's just be completely honest.
Yeah,
they've never. But not saying that in any type of way. It's just the truth.
Yeah.
Read something. Oh, dude, it's pretty cool. Talking about uncontacted tribes in like the Amazon.
Yeah.
And how there's
a lot of them. There's a lot of them.
Yeah. Just you've got. It's pretty wild to think about the different sides. We're over here talking about quantum computing and artificial intelligence, and we're shooting rockets to Mars, and we're
catching them,
and. Yeah, doing all kinds of just crazy stuff. And these people are living 20,000 years ago.
They got fire 2 months ago.
They just got the wheel. I mean, they just got the wheel.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. But these people exist on both sides of the aisle.
Yeah, yeah.
I about to say, I can hear him.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I can't see him. We'll be right back. All right, and we're back.
Sorry about that.
Yep. Kid doesn't want to go to sleep ever when I'm home.
Well, it happens.
Yeah, I guess. Oh, it'd be better if I was here during the week. See, then he'd probably go to sleep.
Yeah, probably.
But dude, he's like two. He's 2, coming up on 3. I guess it gets that way. Do they just want to go to bed later and later?
Well, yeah. Who can blame them?
Oh well. But anyway, uncontacted African Amazon tribes. I'm sure there are uncontacted African tribes too. It's a large continent.
Well, probably. I mean,
could be.
It's just crazy. That's what it was. Yeah, it was just crazy. Just we have people still living in the Stone Age, running around butt naked or in loincloth in the jungle.
That's what it was. We were talking about like we're quantum computing.
Yeah. We got artificial intelligence, quantum computing. Like these people, they have no concept of where the world is around them.
Yeah, dude, and it's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I see stories all the time, and I don't know if they're true or not, but it's pretty wild if they are. People make contact with these tribes.
They'll kill you.
Oh, and they come up missing.
Yeah, they'll eat you.
Missing. They're dead.
Yes. Yeah, no, it's...
Free meat. They just came to me. I don't have to hunt for this?
Look, they just showed up. I heard a story. Cannot remember. I can't remember a name. I got to be better with names, but I was reading a story about a guy that lives in the Amazon.
Damn.
And what he does is like, they're using a lot of that for lumber and stuff, cutting a lot of the forest.
Yeah.
So what he does is rather than that, he the people that they send down to chop trees and stuff down, I don't really know how it works, but somehow, they'll get that operation shut down, and then those people, rather than be out of a job, he hires them, his company hires them to be like rangers. So nobody's really out of a job, and it is good for the locals. But yeah, this guy was talking about, I'm pretty sure it was him, had a friend or knew a guy that was had come in contact with one of these tribes.
Yeah.
And they were just completely just foreign to everything that we know. But anyway, the guy would take them food.
Yeah.
And he had taken them, whatever it was, he was taking them multiple times, and then what, he went one time's too many because he never came back that last time. It's just like, all right, we'll kill this guy.
You're the food this time.
Yeah, this time, what, thanks for the bananas, but you look better. Pretty wild,
dude,
man.
Yeah, that's kind of fucked.
Yeah, and they're just living down there in the jungle.
Now you have the drug people to get away with that in the civilized world.
Yeah. Dude,
Dahmer.
Could you imagine if you cut those people loose in modern day New York? They would tear through that
fucking
place.
madhouse.
They would tear through those people.
Yeah.
They would tear through anybody. That's just a completely different way of life. They know how to do things that are Imagine the things they know how to do, like their skills in farming and and sewing or whatever they do.
I bet they're hunting
completely. Spear. They're still using primitive spears and bows and arrows.
Atlatls.
Yeah,
whatever, if they have that,
and they're deadly accurate. Like they're gonna get you with it.
Yeah, they're using recurve bows.
Yeah, they ain't got no compound. They don't have Matthews down there.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's pretty wild, man.
Yeah,
that's.
I wonder if there's any I wonder if there's anything like that in Australia. Australia's not that. How big is Australia?
Big. It's a massive place, but I doubt there's any uncontacted tribes in. I feel like if we, like in Africa, certain continents, we have the ability to travel that extensively.
Yeah,
we don't have the ability to travel the rainforest extensively, so I feel like they're more likely to be more down there. But there may be if you.
Yeah,
those big countries, big continents, big areas. So it's definitely possible.
Dude, you want to hear something crazy about Australia?
I always want to hear something crazy.
All right, have you heard of the Great Emu War of 1932?
They lost, right?
Yeah, they lost.
I've heard a little bit about this.
So here's what happened.
Okay.
After World War I, Australia allotted some land to give to veterans so they could live on it and they could farm, they could do agriculture.
Sure.
Give them something to do.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess there was a drought in the outback or whatever they call their...
In the outback, mate?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a drought there. And so these guys were farming. Well, all these emus started migrating there and fucking up the crops. Okay. So they were like terrorizing these dudes' crops.
Yeah.
And they were like telling the government, they were like, hey, like we can't do anything about this emu problem. There was about 20,000 emus.
It's a lot of emus.
Yeah. And they're fucking like, they're just everywhere. So the governments, they're like, okay, we'll help you guys.
Yeah.
They send 3 people there. 3 people.
For 20,000 emus?
Well, I mean, they're not going to fight back. Imagine if they did, dude. Imagine you're in your fucking house. You're a farmer. You get a knock on the door at night. Just a fucking... just a peck. You open the door. It's an emu and 20,000 of his best buds.
The emu Gustavo.
And he's like, we're about to come in and we're going to peck and pillage your house. And they just fucking peck everybody.
You let them in.
You gotta let them in.
They're coming in.
But yeah, so they sent these 3 dudes. It could have been more. I think it was 3 though.
Okay.
With 10,000 rounds of ammo.
Okay, see, already right there, I know that's bad math. You've got 20,000 emus and 10,000 rounds of ammo.
Yeah, you're only killing half of them.
Yeah, you got a problem.
I guess when the fight started, there was a group of 50 of these emus just chilling, picking at some crops.
Okay.
And they pull up, and they start laying down fire.
Okay.
Just fucking do. Well, they only kill a couple. The others scurry off. So this went on for 6 weeks, from November to December.
That's crazy.
Of 1932. And they only killed like a couple hundred.
How?
Dude, I don't know. It had to have been like belt-fed machine guns.
Yeah.
I mean...
Come on. How? How do you only... I mean, I don't know.
They only killed a couple hundred.
Only a couple hundred.
Yeah, and then the Australian government was like, hey, we're done.
We're done.
We lost this. We're not.
We've only got 10,000 bullets.
Yeah, so they they probably ran through those 10,000. They're like, fuck, we've only killed like 20.
All right, boys, pack it up.
So they lost to a bunch of emus.
I never want to hear a damn thing from an Australian for the rest of my life. I don't care if I live another 100 years. You shut the hell up over there, okay? You deal with your kangaroo. Do what you do on the bobby.
You know they're like super outnumbered with kangaroos.
Exactly. They're outnumbered by emus apparently in people in like people and ammo.
Yeah.
10,000 rounds.
Dude, but they eventually turned it into like a tag thing, like a reward system.
Yeah, where it's more of a conservation
you could go
effort.
Hunt it. Sure. And that ended up working a lot better.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's the
but
same
they did
thing we do
lose.
for
They
the
did
deer.
lose the war against the emus.
That's embarrassing.
Super embarrassing.
Top of the food chain, my ass.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
But I mean, we do the same thing around here for deer, and especially in South Alabama for crop. You know, they eat the hell out of all that stuff. So
Yeah.
It makes sense. I can't imagine being the poor guy that was placed in charge of killing the emus, and you've got to go back, look the president of the entire country in the face and say, here's how we did. Okay, listen, we killed a few hundred.
Let me find his name. Major GPW Meredith of the Royal Australian Artillery.
He sounds like a fucking idiot.
Lost to some fucking emus.
You lost to emus. You didn't lose. You lost to emus, man. You have bombs in Australia.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, they couldn't kill the crops, dude.
Well, crops were dying anyway.
Yeah, they were definitely dead after that.
Yeah, they were
Fuck.
covered in emu blood.
Yeah.
I mean, that's insane. I couldn't imagine just, like I said, carrying that for the rest of your life. I read this book. Oh, crap. Here we go again with the names, man. Let me check. But it was about the whale trade in Nantucket.
Okay.
No.
In the Atlantic?
Well, yeah, it was in the Atlantic. Pretty much, dude, it was crazy. It was back like early 1600s, 1700s.
Yeah.
Probably on up in the 1800s too, but I think it was just the story of the Essex. It was a whaling ship out of Nantucket that got rammed by an aggressive sperm whale, right? And it fucking sank that bitch. And these dudes are stuck on lifeboats, and they end up, it's a really good story, but it's pretty, some of they got to eat each other.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. And then some of them make it back. Like the original captain. Yeah, the original captain of the boat. Like they never let him drive a boat again. I don't blame him.
Yeah,
like you know what? Let's pull the plug on that.
Yeah,
they let him be a crossing guard, I believe, or not a crossing guard, but he was some type of like a street walking type, security in the community.
Bicycle police.
Yeah. Then there was another one, maybe a first mate. He did get another ship.
Shit.
Yeah, and he sank that motherfucker. I'm not joking.
God dang.
I'm not joking. So, one time.
One and done.
Yeah, let's give him another. But, dude, they were talking about these people back then. Like, they would get on these ships, and if you were a whaler or whatever, you were gone sometimes a year, 2 years on that boat.
Damn.
You didn't come back until you filled what you could with the sperm whale, and they would completely, it was crazy. They would get on, like, smaller boats, I guess lifeboats. They'd paddle out, find a school of whales. They would harpoon that thing.
Off the lifeboat?
Off the lifeboat.
Dude, fuck that.
And then get ready for the ride of your life was pretty much what they told you. Because this thing's
So this harpoon's tied to the boat?
Yeah. And I'm spearing a sperm whale. Yeah.
Big.
Massive. And these things, you get ready for the ride of your life. And then when this thing tires out and dies, I had to drag this son of a bitch back to the ship.
Holy shit.
And they would render it all down on the deck, put it in barrels. They could hold like 1,000 barrels of fucking whale oil or something.
Oh, the fat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when they were full, they would come back to the dock. They would spend like 2 months at home, and it was right back out to sea for a year or 2 years. But it's like that story that I read. Now, I went to get my phone out. I had to tell you, but
I wonder what the life expectancy of those dudes are. Can't be much.
No, man. But that whole story is the true inspiration for Moby Dick and Captain Ahab. That whole story is where, that's where Melville got that inspiration.
Oh, shit.
Was. Damn it, man! I'm gonna have to look. Hold on.
Yeah, dude, look it up, dude. Have you ever looked at Nantucket? I like to get on Zillow and just like look at random places.
Just look at stuff I can't afford.
Yeah, I was looking at Nantucket one day, dude. And if you can't afford a $3 million house, you can't afford anything on Nantucket.
It's called In the Heart of the Sea.
In the Heart of the Sea
by Nathan Philbrick. Great book. But
yeah, I'll have to check it out.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. It's crazy. So wild. Did
you read the whole thing or just the first chapter?
No, I read the whole thing.
I read the first chapter, got an idea.
I got an idea what they were doing. It wasn't about whales at all. Nobody ever went to sea. No. It was good. It's good. Great book. But, man, it just really, we have it so easy.
Oh, yeah, dude.
We are so
fucking easy.
You look at me and it's get ready to spend the next 2 years of your life on this rickety ship. Or, by the way, they would run out of food. That's... You didn't have any a good way to preserve food back then, and they had this stuff they would make hard biscuits out of,
Yeah.
like a fucking tack, I think is what they called it. And it was hard. It's horrible, but everybody got some of that. But one of the delicacies back then was the Galapagos tortoise, and they would stop.
What?
Yeah, and they would stop on these islands, and everybody on the boat would have to go get as many tortoises as you could.
Tortoise stew.
Right? Yeah, you're gonna eat these things, right?
Yeah.
And they said that for the rest of the journey, once they made that and they reloaded with the food that they got from, I guess the Galapagos Islands, all these turtles or tortoises would roam the deck until it was time to eat them.
Shit. Have you ever had turtle stew?
We have. We've killed a turtle and kind of tried to clean it out. Put some on the grill.
How tough was that?
Well, that's what I was about to say. As soon as it hit the grill and it kind of got to where it was looking, like, okay, that's probably done turtle. I don't know what done turtle is, but it looked like it was done turtle.
One.
This shit was hard as a rock. I didn't even try it. We just threw it out. It was very, very, very
Something
little
you
meat.
We probably, rare, huh?
Yeah, we probably did it completely wrong. But we looked up how to clean them, and I think it was the Missouri's state government website has step-by-step directions on how to clean your turtle. I mean, it's a big thing.
Yeah, I mean,
but
there's a lot of fucking turtles. People are probably going to listen to this and be like, "They're killing all the turtles. They're going to eat them." There's a fuck ton of those, like box turtles.
Box turtles, painted pond turtles,
thousands of them.
Fucking snapping turtles. That's what we're not. We're not hurting. Like, just snapping turtles. Yeah. Kill your fish.
Go pet a snapping turtle and see if it doesn't hurt you.
Wait till the thunder claps, bitch. Yeah, exactly.
Dude, something I've been getting so fucking frustrated with. I mean, I guess not really frustrated because I don't care what these people say. Like, it's not me. But I've seen so many Facebook posts of people just being like, "It's day 3. Have your egg prices dropped?"
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
Seeing that too. He said he would make life better for American families. How is he doing that?
Yeah, he's been in office for 3 days already. Why is gas not $1?
Well, hostages have been released from the Middle East.
Yeah. We've got Ukraine and Russia ready to talk.
There's a ceasefire in Gaza. I don't know.
So now our money doesn't have to go there anymore.
Might not go anywhere. He's already... I mean, DEI, look, I don't give a damn what you think. If anybody could give a good argument for DEI or any type of race-based hiring, I want to hear it.
Yeah.
There's not one.
Dude, it's like you've got to take the best person that's most qualified for the job.
Yeah. Okay, if that person happens to be Indian, okay.
Awesome.
But if that person happens to be white, awesome. It doesn't make a damn.
Yeah.
Like what one of the most annoying things about that whole thing is they're so quick to scream and celebrate. I saw so many people on Monday. It's Inauguration Day.
Yeah.
It's also MLK Day. Okay. But it's MLK Day. It's MLK Day. They wouldn't, it was a bunch of the dumb, like Elizabeth Warren.
It's both.
Oh, that dumb whore. But, she's the same one to come out and say that the DEI is the best. No, it's not. Because exactly your man that you're praising, MLK, wanted nothing to do with race-based hiring.
Yeah.
Nothing.
What is she, 2042nd fucking Indian or something?
She's an Indian, Harmon, and you need to respect that.
Oh, my bad.
I
have more Indian in me. Look at me.
I think you need to take that comment. But I got more. Never mind, I'm not going to say that. But,
Yeah, but
no, dude, she's a clown. And that's what all of them, Elon with my heart goes out to you. Put that on YouTube. But
dude, everybody's they're taking that
one clip,
one snippet, and they're not playing it any further after.
Well, look at all the clippets of AOC and Tim Walz and Kamala Harris.
They all do that.
They're doing the same shit.
Yeah,
we do it every
that.
fucking day.
It's a wave.
It's a fun. I mean, hey.
I mean, you think he's gonna sit there and do this?
If you
he's
really
not in
think when
pageant.
I make this motion, if you think my first thought is of Hitler, then you're a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
What are you?
Besides, he's got autism. It's a fucking. It's a.
He's a
awkward.
spaz.
It's an
Let's be
awkward
honest.
autistic wave.
It is.
Did y'all see him during the swearing in? He was fucking like,
oh yeah, and then when
he was just getting antsy. He was just getting antsy,
yeah,
having to stand there.
Well, that's the guy. I mean,
which is understandable.
There was a thing I seen on Twitter. His dad was interviewed by they're South African, so I think it was a South African publication. And his dad was like, yeah, like teachers labeled Elon as retarded when he was young. Elon retweeted it and was like, yeah, well, they weren't completely wrong. It's like, what? You know,
he's so funny, dude.
He is, and you got to be able to laugh at yourself.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's the problem with these people, with the other people.
Yeah,
you can't laugh at yourself. Like, there's no I don't know. It blows my mind that the whole Nazi thing is overplayed. It's tired. You've tried it on everybody.
Yeah, everybody
that spoke out against you, he's a Nazi. Nobody believes it anymore. It's like they've never heard a crying wolf.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Nobody's entertaining that.
Nobody's entertaining that. And I think, dude, it's crazy to see. We were seniors in high school when Trump got elected the first time.
I remember, dude, because whenever Trump was running for office,
yeah,
I'm pretty sure on like election day, whenever they were deciding, I wore those. Remember those American flag Toms I had?
Yeah.
You remember those American flag chubby shorts I had?
Yeah.
And that Trump 2020 shirt I had, or 2016 shirt I had, whatever. Yeah. I wore all that shit to school.
I remember sitting in government that class that day and calling a Trump win, and people thought I was a fucking idiot. 70,
I knew he was going to win. I was for him before
most people, honestly.
Yeah.
I remember
yeah. I was like, hey, Trump's running for president?
Yeah, I remember
he's going to fucking get it, dude.
I remember that. I mean, it's completely different this time. I remember when he won last time, there was no hope. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, this time I think that there's a whole sigh of relief. The whole country feels it.
Yeah,
it's like,
they've got to.
Here we go. For the first time ever, the entire country, 50 states, all 50, shifted.
Yeah.
To the right.
Yeah.
Some more so than others, but I mean, he swept every swing state. He made some of I know he didn't win California, but if you take a county by county map from I say go back 2008.
Yeah.
Who was it? John McCain,
yeah,
Barack Obama, and then compare that to when Mitt Romney ran, and then compare that to when Trump ran, and then compare it to 2020, 2024. The amount of gain in California for the Republican, it's
astonishing.
It's staggering.
It's astonishing. Yeah,
it's crazy.
One thing that really gets under my skin, and this is just my opinion, you may not feel the same way, but there's too many people out there that, like, whenever they go to the polls or whenever they're considering somebody, they think about other people. Like, they're worried about, like, they're going to vote to, like, help with other, like, with, like, social things.
Yeah.
I'm worried about me. I'm voting for me. I'm not voting. I don't give a fuck about anybody else, really.
No.
Like, it's like, I'm voting for myself.
We are in no position to worry about anybody else.
Yeah,
right
I'm
now.
not worried about anybody else, because at the end of the day, like, when I retire, like, I'm going to be retired. I'm not retiring anybody else.
Exactly.
I'm retiring myself.
Yeah. Well, I think a lot of people, I don't know, man.
You need another beer?
Yeah. I don't think, and you could call me, say what you want, but I don't think it's an uncommon belief either. But look, if you look at a graph over time, right, of the elections, the number of votes, I think it's just strictly vote count for both Republicans and Democrats. And you go back, let's say we go back to even 2004.
These motherfuckers are cold.
Yeah, they are. And you got Bush running again. And if you look at the overall total votes from year over year over the past, say, 4 or 5 elections, it's all pretty steady. Yeah. It's, 65, 70 million, 70 million. You know what I mean? It's right there. It's close. It's neck and neck. You can see, okay, yeah, the country's really divided. Or it's
Yeah.
really not. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, they're
Yeah.
winning the elections, but it's remained close. And then, man, in 2021, that number is so much higher than it has been over any of the previous elections.
Yeah, it was like 150 million.
Well, Biden alone was like 82 million.
82 to like fucking like 71, something
It was
like that.
It was crazy because I think he got 77 million votes this time, meaning Trump.
Yeah.
But, you know, the year over year, like 2020 is just this outlier where you're like, holy shit, man. But the Republican voters, it didn't drop off. I mean, it it may have been you know what I mean, but it was pretty steady. It was you could see there may be some error, but you're like, yeah, that's probably right.
Yeah.
All of it, like, except for the Democratic side in 1 year, in one election, was just at. I'm not going to say that hurt. Clearly, Joe Biden was the president. Like, I'm not denying that or anything. But there's some things that happen and that just don't make sense.
Yeah.
Like that, I don't think you would ever convince me that election was fair and was not in some way or another rigged. In some way. I'm not saying...
Maybe not necessarily like fucking fake ballots and all that shit, or...
I'm not saying no, but just...
Propaganda-wise, for sure.
It's absolutely. I mean, they're still doing it now.
Yeah,
we just talked about it.
They just failed.
Elon Musk,
They just failed this time.
Calling Elon Musk a Nazi.
Yeah.
You know... So, yeah, and the reason they failed is because of people are not watching CNN. People aren't watching MSNBC. And the people that are watching The View and things like that, you need to get your fucking head checked.
Yeah.
You're sitting there watching them hens cluck all day. But alternative
Anybody's
media,
still watching them.
I can't either. Just new media is taking over. They know.
Oh, yeah, dude. I mean, all these independent networks, Daily Wire, Tucker Carlson Network.
What I think?
Podcast and stuff.
Podcasting, of course. You got Lex Friedman, Joe Rogan, Theo Vaughn. I mean, you get these massive ones that are just having these people on for long form conversations.
Sean Ryan.
Yeah, Sean Ryan. But you can't. It's better. It's honestly, I think that should be like, I've always thought that the presidential debate should have zero moderator. I think that's a stupid. I don't like it because you run the risk of seeing what you've seen, and whether you want to say it's or not rigged, but biased in one way or the other. The moderator's got a bias. It's human nature.
Yeah,
We're all gonna have it. What I think you should have is the two candidates, whoever the hell they are, they sit down one across the other from each other. You have a list. And I don't know what the best way about making the list up is. Maybe some type of poll of the main issues that people want to hear.
Yeah.
And you sit down for a long form, I'm talking 2-3 hours, however long it takes, and you actually debate how you would solve this. You know what I'm saying? Not what we've seen.
The biggest issue is like you want to ask a question that might take 10 minutes to answer.
Yeah.
You want to give them 45 seconds or a minute to answer.
Yeah, instead of, hey, the economy is in, disrepair. Interest rates are up. People are not happy. There's not a good feeling overall, the economy in this country. Well, what we've done has been so... No, it's... you're just sitting here and you're towing this line of, it's so great. Yeah. We've done this. We have
and a lot of the answers sound the same.
They're all the same. It's all the same. You can't do that unless you are in that environment. If you sit them down in another environment where they're going to have to look at these issues because the guy across from you is going to be prepared, you got to be prepared.
Yeah, you do got to be prepared.
Right? And I just, let me ask you this super important question, right? Just hypothetically. Okay, I'm going to ask you...
What are you asking me?
Man, it's I don't know. The most important question, tell me who you are right now. By the way, you've got 2 minutes, and when you're done, I get to rebut every fucking thing you just said. You have 2 minutes to tell me about your entire existence from the time you were born, what you've done, what you've accomplished, what you've learned, and what you'll do. You have 2 minutes. And at the end of that 2 minutes,
Yeah.
This person over here is going to rip that apart.
Well, I've done a lot.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, exactly. And you go into this, you get a 2-minute spiel. Of course, you get the moderator going, please stop. Please stop. But you can't. It's
Time's
not,
up.
Yeah, no,
Time's up.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, of course, time's up. You gave him 2 minutes to talk about
one of the
biggest
largest
issues in
Yeah.
our. You get 2 minutes, and then maybe a minute for rebuttal if your partner, or not your partner, but your opponent's got something to say. Oh, and then maybe you get to respond for a minute.
Yeah.
But then
Maybe.
we're just moving on, and then
Yeah.
I'll tell you, shut up. We're going to the next section.
Yeah.
It's a stupid. It's asinine.
It really is a dumb way to do it. And
Stupid.
The thing is, like, I would say one thing that really flipped a lot of people. I wouldn't say flip, but like the people that were right on the line of like whether they wanted to vote Democrat or Republican was Trump going on different podcasts.
Yeah, I agree.
Because like they got to sit down with him for whether it was an hour, 2 hours, or 3 hours.
He did like
and just
3.5
fucking
hours
talk,
on Rogan.
Just talk to him.
Yes. You get to talk to him where every time he opens your mouth, where in a normal Trump conversation, where if he says something, immediately when his mouth opens, he racist.
Yeah.
You piece of shit.
Yeah.
You liar. You want to do... Shut up. Let the man talk.
Yeah.
That's all. It's become too much about getting the next I got you moment than actually getting the point.
Getting the answers that you want to hear. Like,
exactly.
You're not going to get the answers if you just keep butting into when they're trying to talk about the question you asked them.
Yeah, and you're butting in. You won't let me answer it. Shut up for 5. You asked me the question.
Yeah.
Shut up for 5 minutes and let me tell you the damn answer.
Yeah.
It's that simple. But you can't do that.
Yeah.
90% of people can't do that. I would say more than that, but I don't know. It's just a really stupid way to try to choose the leader of the free world, is to set them in a format where they have 2 minutes to tell you how they're going to fix a certain
and it may
that's
even,
not a
be
thing.
the top most important issue
exactly
for all of Americans.
Yes, but 2 minutes is, I don't care. I don't care if it's a subject you're not interested in.
Yeah.
You can talk about it for 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Anybody can. That's the point. That's why we're in the position we're in, because you don't have to be good at the job. You don't have to be a good leader. You don't have to be a good delegator. You don't have to do any of that good. You just got to look good on stage.
Yeah.
You just got to know what to say when he says it.
Yep.
And you got the job. That's the problem. I think it was one of the main an idiot can learn what to say.
Yeah.
That's simple. But if you sit them down for 3 hours, after 45 minutes, they're going to, you know what I mean? Stuff starts coming out.
Yeah.
They start being who they are.
Yeah.
It's just inevitable.
Yeah, you've got to have more than an hour with somebody.
Yep.
I mean, yeah, once that hour is over, 45 minutes is over, they're talking about real shit.
Yeah. Yeah, because me and my team only rehearsed this much.
Yeah.
Now we've already talked about all that. I'm going to have to start doing it off the cuff. And when you start coming off the fly and it's just your head,
your real thoughts start coming out. Yeah.
People get to know you then. And I think that's one of the allures about Trump.
Yeah.
You know what he's thinking because he says it.
He says what the fuck he's thinking. Yeah, I saw he signed, we withdrew from the World Health Organization.
We did.
Yeah, thank goodness, because it was pretty much just us.
Well, I mean, floating the money, absolutely.
Yeah, we were floating the money, and other places were just telling us what we could and couldn't do.
Yeah, I think that China with, way more people only paid like $77 million into the WHO.
What we paid paying? Billions?
Hundreds of billions.
Fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
I think it was like, with how many countries are in it, we were paying like 15 or 20% of the total amount.
Well, and I think that's like, they do a good job in like telling people, we withdrew from the WHO. We withdrew from the Paris Climate Accord. We joined like Yemen and Sudan and some very, very third world countries, of some of the only countries not signed on to the Paris Climate Accord and other stuff, which I think if you just told people that, be like, hey man, well, why would we do that? Like, it doesn't make, like, it doesn't, it really does. Like on the, why would we withdraw from the World Health Organization?
Yeah.
But then when you, here's why.
Start breaking down the numbers.
Here's why. Because we have 360 million people in this country. China has over 1 billion, and we're outpaying China in contributions to the
Tenfold
WHO.
or more.
More.
More than tenfold, yeah.
That's why, because we are getting railed
Yeah.
day in and day out by the WHO, by NATO, by the UN, by the Paris Climate. We are footing that
we're
bill.
NATO. We're the World Health Organization.
Yeah, we are NATO.
We're United Nations.
We're the UN.
Yeah.
You know, we are in Panama is going to run to the UN and complain about the language and rhetoric used by the United States.
Yeah, they
Take
might
the
as well
canal.
come to the
Let me
U.S.
tell you
because that's
something.
us.
You ain't got no damn army in Panama. You better shut your fucking mouth. You know what I mean? We lost thousands of people building the canal. The canal was originally ours. Jimmy Carter gave it away.
What a fucking douche.
What a dumbass. China has
R.I.P.
used it
kinda.
through companies in Hong Kong that have taken control of certain companies in the canal that charge American ships considerably more than they charge others.
Yeah.
And this becomes, like, if you think about this in a war, the Panama Canal is vital because you can come right in between, right in Panama, south, you got Mexico,
Yeah.
Colombia, and then down here you got Brazil and
South
Chile
America,
and all
yeah.
that. You can go right through the middle of that. Well, if you think about it in wartime, like just hypothetically, if something was happening on the mainland in the United States and we needed to get supplies from Europe or whatever to the West Coast, we are now, because we've given up control of that canal, going to have to go all the way around
the Horn of South
because that's a
Africa,
choke.
or South America.
Yeah, because that's a choke point for China now. They're going to control that canal and no American ships getting through it in time. Like, I know it is now, but I'm just saying hypothetically in a time of war, we've given them a very great strategic asset to really choke off our supplies.
Yeah.
We are sitting in a basement in Alabama and we know that. You know what I mean? How do these people not realize this? The danger that they've put us in. All of us. I don't give a I don't care. There are credible reports that live and possibly armored nuclear warheads have crossed through the border in Mexico into the United States in the hands of some of these terrorist groups. There is a possibility of a live warhead being in the hands of some terrorist organization that is currently in the United States that they smuggled through Mexico.
That's fucking crazy. I didn't know that.
Absolutely. Well, when we withdrew from Afghanistan and the Middle East in such horrible way, what happened was the Taliban, all these terrorist organizations took over. What people don't realize is when that happens, the Taliban now controls the embassies
Yeah.
of Afghanistan, and they now control passports. And they know where to send you to get you. Yeah, and that's what they're doing. They're sending these people. They're giving them fake passports, fake names that are trained in Afghanistan to be fighters. They're saying, hey, you're going to go to this port. This is where you're at in Mexico. Give them this ID. You'll get in. And they're getting in. Now, they're not anymore, I don't think. I think that's probably mostly over with. I've seen live, heavily armored Marines at the border now. So I don't think that's happening.
Yeah. I saw.
It was.
So since he declared a state of emergency down there, we sent in a bunch of fucking troops. You see, they were spraying those fucking water cannons at people trying to cross the border.
Yeah, stay out, man. And
Yeah,
that's
for real.
People. It's like why you can't. I can't understand this mindset of I come from Afghanistan. And I immigrated to the United States, or I'm in the United States on a visa. I've lived in Afghanistan. I know how horrible it is.
Yeah.
The Taliban's in control. Women are nothing. They're murdered, raped daily. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Boys are raped too. Called haram.
That's fucked up.
I think it's a haram or something. I could be saying that, but regardless, you're coming to say you're here on a visa. And I'll go to Ilhan Omar, the congresswoman out of Minnesota, which I can't exactly remember what country she's from, but of course she's Middle Eastern. But you want to come here and you want to complain about the United States. And you want to, my people are oppressed. I feel bad for my people. No, you don't.
Yeah.
No, you don't. You're here. You escaped hell in your country to come here to have a prosperous life, and you were lucky enough to be elected to the most, in my opinion, the most prestigious body of government that's ever existed.
Yeah. The legislative branch.
And you're going to sit up here and tell us how we're doing everything wrong? while you're still stoning gay people, we don't talk about that.
Yeah, no, they don't talk about that in
They don't
Congress.
talk about the stone. You know, you're not allowed to be gay, transsexual. That doesn't exist. You know, you're a woman. You went outside without a man.
Yep. See you later.
See you later. Sorry. Like, but you want to come here and talk about how we're the bad person.
Yeah.
Your people are back home doing this. You know,
And we're the bad people.
we're the bad people.
Yeah.
We should feel sorry for ourselves. Fuck you.
Yeah.
I ain't got nothing to feel sorry about. Now I'm fired up, Harmon.
All right, well, I got something for you, dude.
That bitch pisses me off.
How about them declassifying RFK,
Yeah.
JFK, and the Martin Luther King files? I tell you what, before we get into it, I've got to piss.
Dude, I'm about to bust. I was about to say the same thing.
All right, we'll be right back.
All right, dude, we're back. I had to go.
Dude, it's fucking cold,
cold.
outside.
It's cold.
I don't know if there's supposed to be another. I guess it's below freezing.
Might be.
I don't know. I did believe it or not, I did an ice bath the other day while my brother wasn't down. We went to the gym at like 9 a.m. I came back. We came back, stopped at a gas station, and I walked up to the counter. I was like, "Hey, can I get 6 bags of ice?" And the lady looked at me like, "What the fuck is wrong with you, dude?"
You need this much ice for?
She was like, sure. And I was like,
harvesting organs?
appreciate it.
Yeah,
Walked out of there with 6 bags of ice and dumped them in my portable little ice bath.
Yeah.
Let it sit for about 30 minutes, and the water temperature was like 36 degrees.
Ooh.
It was fucking cold, dude. I got a video of me hopping out
That's
of that
tough,
thing.
bro. That's
And
tough. How
my,
long did you
my
sit?
underwear, 3 minutes.
3 minutes?
Yeah. And my underwear was like see-through after.
I won't see this video.
Yeah, I'll show it to you later.
Yeah, it's cool. I don't want to. It's fine. It's fine. I believe 100% you did the ice bath.
Yeah, and then we did it the next day. It said the water, so that the water temperature, that might have been surface level that was 36.
Yeah.
But dude, the water the next day, after it froze real good, it was like 32.
Like
It
that.
was
no, there's
fucking
no way,
cold.
Dude. There's no way. I mean, maybe, but there's no way.
It feels
I'm
great
not
after a
doing that.
workout, dude. We worked out legs,
Yeah.
and we did, the hip abductors and adductors. You push out and in.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, my groin,
Yeah, all good. Yeah.
fucking sore, dude.
Yeah, man. I
haven't worked out legs in forever, and he was like, "Dude, we're gonna do legs." And I
You
was
want to know
like,
the last
"God
time I
damn."
worked out legs? This might blow your mind.
High school.
No. Me and you met at UAB's rec center.
Oh shit!
remember that?
Yeah.
Like 3 months later, I had back surgery. Could be related. I don't know, but
It was those squats, dude.
yeah, it might have been. But nah.
But yeah, dude, they're releasing.
Yeah,
It's supposed to be. He signed
supposed to be
an executive order, I believe.
RFK, MLK, JFK.
Yeah, I don't know when we'll see him. I just saw something that said it may be like March or late March, April.
To be, I'm curious more or less out of all of those about the RFK files more than the JFK files.
Are you?
I am. I'm like, I think for the most part, the answers to the JFK murder are out there. I think we know them. I think that it's common understanding that there was a government role of some type.
Had to have been. Well, that voice
in that assassination.
that voice recording came out of that.
Me and you listened to the
yeah.
Billy Solestas. Yeah. I think that was
Talking
in the,
about
episode
Lyndon.
we never released.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish the audio didn't sound so bad because that
Yeah,
was
it
a
was-
good one.
Yeah,
But yeah, they didn't release it
Yeah,
because
no.
or they released that and it was like Lyndon B. Johnson's guy talking
Yeah.
about how Lyndon called the hit on
Carter.
JFK.
He was the head of the DNC at the time.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I think that for the most part, I really do. I think that most of those answers are out there. I think that
Yeah.
what you're going to see in the JFK file is a lot of like, just I think that what they're hiding is that the fact that people knew
Yeah.
more so than people had an involvement.
Yeah.
I think that there's a cover up that they're concerned about on some level.
Yeah.
I think that we know.
Isn't it so wild they document this stuff?
Yeah. Every
Like,
bit of
if you don't want to get caught, don't document it.
it. Right? I don't know, but man, the RFK one, that one's interesting to me. That one always seemed to me to be, of all three of those, the more or less like, all right, straightforward type.
Yeah.
But maybe not. I mean, look, there's a for real curse on the Kennedy family. If you have that last name, you're most likely going to die young and you're going to die tragic.
Yeah.
Or you're going to, be in the car with one of them and they're going to wreck so hard they knock your pants off and put them in the glove box. Chappaquiddick, baby.
Did that happen?
Ted Kennedy.
Holy shit.
Then he had a hooker in the car, ran off a bridge, and it was a joke. When they got there, he wrecked so hard, knocked her pants off and pantyhose off and put them in the glove box.
Fuck. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I was surprised RFK Jr. is still kicking, dude.
Yeah.
After writing that book about Fauci. Have you read that?
No. And here's why. It's like 700 fucking pages.
Oh, okay. You need pictures?
Yeah. 700 pages. There better be a few fucking pictures involved. Just one or two in the middle to break it up. But no, I have. I can't listen. I can't read something like that. But I have been listening to it on audiobook. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll listen to it while I'm doing my cleaning up around, or walking Layla or whatever. But I have, and I saw today Donald Trump took his Secret Service detail away. He was supposed to have it for the rest of his life, and he no longer has it.
Fauci's?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. He's made and Trump made a great point. Fauci has made enough money over his lifetime to afford his own personal security detail.
Yeah, there's no reason for us to be paying for it.
Trump even offered to give him a few numbers and names. There's no reason for us to be paying for it, especially if you're getting a preemptive pardon for the possibility of poisoning hundreds of millions of people and killing more.
Yeah.
You look like a Keebler elf, bro. Like an evil little Keebler elf.
Fuck that dude up.
I would love to. You're just such a spinal. He was responsible for the whole AIDS crisis.
Yeah.
ATZ and pushing all that's all on him.
Yeah.
They knew that.
I remember that.
They knew that this drug, ATZ, if I'm not mistaken, was originally designed possibly I think it was going to be like a chemotherapy alternative or something like that. But they realized, holy shit, this is way too powerful. We are killing people with cancer. I got an idea. Let's give it these poor bastards with AIDS. That'll work.
Fuck.
That's
some wild shit.
Yeah. I mean, he should be in prison for that alone.
Yeah.
But he's not, and he's going to, I don't know. Which Joe Biden pardoned his whole family, except for himself.
Damn, really?
Yeah, he didn't give himself a pardon. We'll see if that comes back to bite him or not.
Maybe it will.
It should. I think everything kicks back to Biden.
Yeah.
Everything has to go. Hunter Biden has it in his messages. Some of it's got to go to the big man. Who do you think the big man is?
Big man's daddy.
Big man's daddy. Big man's Joe,
Big Joe.
Big Joe. Yeah. How much money do you think that family has?
Dude, there's no telling between insider trading. I wonder how you funnel that kind of money. How you clean that kind of money.
You send it as foreign aid to Ukraine.
Dude, I didn't even think about that.
That's exactly how you funnel that money. You send it as foreign aid to Ukraine to be funneled and washed by their companies, who then kick it back to your shell companies who wire you in ever so often payments of that money. That's exactly what's happening. It's documented very well. His sister has a whole fucking thing on it. It's been proven. That's what they do. They launder this money through Ukraine, through foreign aid.
Thank goodness they got in a war that we needed to help them with.
Yeah, thank goodness we sent them like $500 billion. Probably more than that.
Dude, they're going to be like the fucking
Vanderbilts. They make the Vanderbilts look like the fucking me and you, dude. They make the Vanderbilts look like us. It's an incredible amount of money. And it's all, I think it has. I think it was the Polish government that said they want an investigation on that money. Yeah. It's got nothing to do with them, and they want to know, wait, something's not right.
Yeah.
We're giving you all this money. And
there's no way they're spending all that money.
No.
You can't, you couldn't possibly use all that money for your small Ukrainian military.
No, you can't.
It's not like they're big ass.
And
country.
then you've got, Joe Biden, former president. It feels so good to say. Up on TV talking about how we want peace. We want peace, you know. And we're going to do everything we can to weaken Putin, weaken Russia. That's the problem. That's the problem. Meanwhile, we stopped the exportation in this country of liquid natural gas, which is one of our, if not our biggest export.
Yeah.
You want to know who the biggest exporter of liquid natural gas is in Europe?
Ukraine?
Russia.
Russia. I was going to say that first.
So we paused ours. We were supplying it to Europe.
Yeah.
And we're going to pause that for I don't know for what reasons, but whatever. We paused it. Where do you think Europe just went and bought all their liquid natural gas from?
Mother Russia.
And it made them billions, and it allowed them to feed this war machine.
Yeah.
So he's talking out of both sides of his mouth. The whole thing is frustrating, and it's frustrating just simply, but there is such an easy fix to this. NATO cannot go any closer to Russia. That's been an agreement for years. We're trying to do that now. Get out of the air. Get the fuck out. It's like I'm going to get the cookie. Smack the shit. Smack his fucking hand. Get out. We have no business over there. None.
We really don't.
No, we don't. I think that we are more or less concerned because we have gain-of-function biolabs and research labs in Ukraine. Yeah. That's proven. We have them over there.
And I think since Ukraine knows this money's about to get cut off, it's a good time for them to come to the table.
You better start talking. Yeah.
Vlad and Vlad.
Vlad and Vlad. Y'all got to come to all.
So it's Vladimir Putin and Vladimir.
Yeah, Volodymyr.
They're brothers.
Yes.
Gotta be.
They gotta be. I think they are.
Same fucking name.
But could you imagine being Zelensky and Putin? Putin, hardened, seasoned, trained KGB agent from the USSR, just a hard son of a bitch.
Yeah.
You got this comedian.
Yeah.
Who played a president as an actor on a show in Ukraine, who's now the president. And we're going to sit these two down. That's wild. I don't know. Zelensky, I don't think he's a bad guy. I think he's kind of warped in his belief. Said the other day, the only way for peace, I think, or one of the ways to keep peace, was if we sent troops into Ukraine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go fly a kite, bud.
Yeah. It's not happening.
No, it's not happening. There is...
Especially not with the new administration.
Not within No. And I think even...
I don't even know if Biden would have done that.
I want to say he didn't. Just there's zero support for that. Nobody over here wanted to do that. But then again, I don't know. It just seemed like
Dick Cheney or something.
Yeah,
Liz Cheney, maybe.
Yeah, yeah. They endorsed Kamala.
You need another beer?
Yeah.
Are we doing the beer mid?
Oh yeah. Oh shit. Thank you. Yeah, no, Dick Cheney's the worst. Dick Cheney, Liz Cheney. All of them.
Oh, Richard Cheney.
Oh, Richard Cheney.
Dude, we've fucking known each other forever.
Me and you?
Yeah. Me and you, not me and Dick.
I didn't know how long you knew old Dick.
No, me and you, dude.
Yeah. Literally.
Who knew we'd have been fucking crushing beers in the basement of my house 20 years after we met?
I think anybody. I think you could have probably guessed that one. Look at these two fucking idiots.
God dang.
Yeah.
They did so good in school. What are they doing now?
Yeah.
Hey. What's up, everybody? Dude, we had some fucking good times.
Yeah. It was all right.
Dude, one thing that I think about a lot. So we went over to Chase's house. His mom left for the weekend, so we went over to Butch's house. Mm-hmm. We're like, "Hey, you got anything fun to do?"
I know where you're going.
Yeah, he took those fucking 2x4s, screwed them into a piece of plywood.
Yep.
And drilled put a chain through the center of it, and was dragging us through that fucking field.
That was awesome.
Dude, that was probably one of my best memories for sure.
There was a lot of carnage that day.
Oh my god, dude, that was one of the roughest rides I've ever been on.
That was terrible. He found every anthill,
every anthill,
every briar patch,
Dude, it was a good 60-acre field grown the fuck up.
Oh yeah, it wasn't like blackberry bushes. It was like sawbriars,
yeah, dude.
And ant hills. I'm not talking about ant hills. I'm talking about ant fucking pyramids.
Ant mountains,
Mountains, you know. And, oh, God, it was wet. It'd been raining all day.
Dude, it was rough.
Holy
Dude, we got
shit.
fucking spider bites.
Oh, it was...
Dude, he was throwing us off this thing into the briar patches.
King of the hill on it, shoving each other off.
Yeah, shoving each other off. Dude,
One of us got shoved off the front.
it was me.
And we run over your ass.
We didn't even get into the field yet, dude. We were headed out to the field.
Yeah.
We were going behind on the grass in the backyard of like Bubbles' house.
Yeah.
We were just going through the grass, dude, and someone pushed me off the fucking front, dude, and I got rolled over by this piece of plywood. And you 4 fat motherfuckers, it might have been 5, I don't know who was. It was me, you, Chase. Was it Amos? Was Amos there?
Yeah.
And then Chase's cousin James
And Eric.
and yep,
Yeah, there was 5 of us.
yeah,
And
dude.
we did. I can still see you
Going
getting
off the
rocked.
front.
Still see us running over
Right
your
under that
ass.
2x4, dude. That thing did not
Oh
go
my
over me
God.
easily.
Oh,
Dude, you remember very end of the ride, we're about to take it in.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going down that trail that runs by the tree line. So it's tree line, it's trail,
Yeah.
and then it's briars.
Yeah.
We're going down that trail, and this fucking stick pops up. So
I
we
do
wore,
remember that.
We wore a
Yeah.
hole in the middle of the
Yeah.
plywood.
Come right up through that fucking thing.
James is sitting right on that goddamn hole. And this stick comes right up through and just fucking
Stabs
hits him. Yeah, dude, right in the fucking chest. Luckily, it was pretty blunt.
Feels like he got hit by a fucking Viking.
He just stopped moving, and I know that plywood slid right under his fucking butt.
Oh, it was so
That shit had to hurt.
Oh my God, yeah, that was terrible.
Dude, that's wild.
There's no way I'd do that again.
No
way I'm doing that again.
Uh-uh.
But that was a lot of fun though.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Dude, we had a lot of fun.
Back then it was.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
We used to have fucking bonfires at your house.
Yeah.
We'd fucking
Yeah.
fishing in your pond.
Yeah,
We'd shoot some birds.
we did
Legally. Birds.
Yeah. Always went to church the next day.
Yeah. Had to.
Had to. But no, we did, man. We had a lot of good times.
Yeah, dude.
It's crazy to think about that now.
I know. Can't believe we're all grown up, dude.
Shit. We ain't all grown up. Some of us still pretty young.
Yeah.
Some
Some
of
of
us
us are in a basement.
Talking to our friends on
Yeah.
the internet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, and it's like what I was talking about earlier, like friends, what I was talking about earlier, people that post on social media about, are your eggs cheaper? It's people we went to school with, and it's like, come on, motherfucker.
I know you're not buying eggs around here. You're buying meth. Quit
Yeah,
asking.
shut the
I'm not
fuck up.
stupid. I know what we're doing. I mean, we're not worried about eggs. We're not worried about eggs. No, I know. We keep seeing that. I don't know. They'll eventually come down. I think things. There's an.
People don't want to give anything time.
Well, that's it. There's an incredible. You've got to wait. It got so far out of whack for so long, and I don't think it. I'll completely say it wasn't all Biden's fault, but there's just some things that happened.
It was whoever was running the country's fault.
It's a good one. So, Barack Obama's third term as
Yeah.
president, essentially, was terrible.
Man.
It was.
All right, so what are we 3 beers in yet? Are you on your third one?
Yeah.
Oh, you got to open it. I already opened mine. All right, I heard that.
It's splooged.
Yeah, it did splooge.
Yeah.
What are you thinking? What are you thinking of it?
Well, I'm still with my first assessment. This beer's pretty tart.
It's super easy to drink.
Very tarted.
Yeah, it's very tart. Like I think it's the raspberry. So the guy that I went to this
What makes you think that?
what?
That the tartness is the raspberry.
Dude, I don't know. Maybe because it's a
Rapturous? Raspberry sour?
raspberry sour ale.
That could be it.
So they have multiple of the Rapturous.
Uh-huh.
The guy that was selling it to me said that. So this is their like satellite sour ale. So like every other sour ale they made, like if you like this one, you'll like the other ones.
Mm-hmm.
And they had a lot in there. So I went. Is this like package wine, beer, wine, liquor store that I went to, like right down the street from where I work. So I went and picked it up, which this wasn't the original place that I sent you a picture of. It wasn't that place.
Okay.
I was just hoping that when I went in this place, they would have it. Yeah.
Turns out
they had it. Yeah. But I was talking to the guy, and he was like, "Yeah, dude. They make a lot of different sours. They make a lot of beer. They have a lot of beer at this place, apparently. But they make like 5 or 6 sours. And he said that if you like this one, you're gonna like the other ones.
Well, I like this one.
I like this one too.
It's not as good, man. This one right here.
That Wild Leap lemonade
that
has been the best so far.
We're still early, but man, that was good.
Yeah,
that was good.
Yeah,
that was one of the best ones. Man, did you see New York? Right?
Yeah.
New York, for the first time in 30 years, went 5 days without a single shooting.
Damn.
5 days. Yeah, that's pretty wild. 5 days without a single shooting.
5 days without a reported shooting.
Okay. Fair enough. Without a reported shooting. 5 days. And
that's a long time for a city as densely populated as New York.
And as crime
with as many like slums and stuff like that as New York.
Yeah.
It's a long fucking time.
It's pretty wild. I mean, and that, I don't know what's more sad here.
The fact that people would celebrate that?
Well, the fact that we as a civilization can only go in our most populated city only 5 days without shooting another human being.
Yeah, that's kind of tough to
or the fact that 5 days is the record.
You know what? Those are both excellent points.
That's pretty sad.
Yeah, that is pretty sad.
5 days? You guys cannot just chill out for 5 days.
Yeah. You ever heard of Christmas?
Go on vacation.
Yeah.
Go on vacation. Drink a beer. Smoke a joint. Chill out for 5 days. And that's pretty wild. It's a record. I wonder, does any of that have anything to do, and I'm not saying it does, but just conversation, does anybody have anything to do with the massive amount of raids ICE has been having, getting some of these violent people out of these cities? Maybe.
It could be.
Maybe
there's
not.
A lot of... So, have you ever been to New York?
No.
Dude. If you ever get it's a place to visit.
I will turn 27 years old in 2 weeks. And I hope I live another 27 years old without ever going to the state or city of New York.
All right, dude. All right. New York City is an awesome place to visit.
Yeah.
A lot of historical things to get into.
Okay.
You know, they got the Natural History Museum there.
Mm-hmm.
Another thing that's crazy about New York while I was up there. So, me and my family, we were up there visiting. It was like a 5-day trip. The subway, the transportation there, the subway is badass. You can get...
Yeah.
That's the quickest way to travel.
Yeah, I heard you set on fire there, too.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you can.
I wouldn't go now, but...
No, but... So, we went pre-COVID.
Sure.
Yeah. And it was fucking awesome. We went for Christmas.
I remember when y'all went.
Yeah.
We were in high school.
Dude, I think. It was awesome. No, I was in college.
Were we? Okay.
Yeah, I was like a sophomore in college, maybe.
All right.
Yeah, I was like $190.
Yeah.
I was fat.
Looking good.
Yeah, dude, I was looking good.
I
dressed up to go to Wall Street, dude.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, there's like the transportation there is insane. So one of my favorite, like one of the coolest things or funniest things about New York, funny stories that I have. We went to this like this Irish like restaurant / pub thing for dinner. And you know, they had the table set up in the middle of everything. Table set up, waiters, waitresses, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And we ordered food. We got some drinks. We ordered some pickleback shots. Mm-hmm. We were just having like a normal like dinner. And then everybody left. So when we left, the restaurant was normal. It was like people were eating. People were having a good... Families were eating. Yeah. So we leave. We get back to the hotel, which we're staying only like a block off of Times Square. So we get back to the hotel, and the place that we were at wasn't but 2 blocks away. Yeah. We get back to the hotel, and I'm like, hey, I'm going to run back over there because like I want to go out. I want to have a good time. I'm going to go out. So I went out by myself.
Sure.
I in the 30 minutes that it took me to get from the restaurant to the hotel back to the restaurant, they had taken all the tables, slid them to the side, all the chairs, slid them to the side. There were women dancing on the bar, and there was a fucking DJ set up in there.
Hell yeah.
In 30 minutes.
That's pretty efficient.
Yeah, they were efficient with it. Dude, it was a fucking party place, and I had no idea.
Yeah.
Because I was like, you know what, I'm going to go to somewhere and drink. Because they had a bar you could sit around, kind of like a small, like a B-Dubs.
Sure.
Or like a Beef O'Brady's.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it turned into a fucking club about 30 minutes after we left.
Damn.
Yeah, it was nuts.
Yeah. I'll say, okay, I would like to go see, like, Ground Zero.
Yeah, that was cool. We went and saw that the first day. We flew in. We went straight to Ground Zero.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I would love to see that.
They've got those huge monuments there. Yeah. They're with the waterfall.
Sure.
Yeah, it was very cool.
That'd be pretty cool. Staten Island, Statue of Liberty.
Yeah, another cool place to go is
Empire
like
State
Building.
That would be cool. Honestly, I think if I could go do those 3 things, I think you could probably get those done in a day, 2 days.
Oh yeah, you could get them done in a day.
2 days. I can come right back home.
Yeah, especially if you ride the subway.
Yeah, I'm not riding the subway.
Dude, you got to.
No, dude. I'm not getting fucking barbecued.
we were on our way out of the subway one time, walking up the steps.
Yeah.
We might have been like going to like Brighton Beach or something, but there was this homeless dude sleeping in a trash bag. You had to step over him. He was laying long ways on the steps.
Yeah, no, I'm good. I have no interest in that.
There's a lot of homeless people out there.
No interest.
There was there was a couple that asked you for money, but they don't really ask people for money up there.
I don't don't get me wrong. I'm not, and I don't care for the most part. You know, I'll go around you. That's fine, but man, it's just there are so many people up there.
Yeah, dude, a ton.
I don't want that.
Like we went to the Rockefeller Center
to see the Christmas ice rink. Where the Christmas tree
where the Christmas tree and the ice rink is.
Yeah.
Bro, it was shoulder to shoulder.
I think Donald Trump did that ice rink.
Really?
I think.
That's pretty dope.
I have to look it up.
Yeah. I don't know how you get to skate on it, but
I don't know.
It didn't look like there were too many people out there. But, dude, the area around it, inside the Rockefeller Center, and, like, right outside by the tree.
Pretty cool.
Bro, shoulder to shoulder. Yeah, it was cool as fuck. Cool experience.
Yeah.
But the amount of people that were there, it had to have been a million people there, because you're shoulder to shoulder the whole time with people you don't know.
Yeah. Walking
through these crowds, again, up against people you don't know. It was fucking wild.
No. Yeah. No. That just, man, that doesn't interest me. Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I would, like I said, I would love to go see Ground Zero. I'd love to see the Empire State Building. I'd love to see the Statue of Liberty, but if I don't, I don't.
The only other time that I'd like to go back would be 4th of July for the Nathan's hot dog eating contest.
I'm going to go see Joey Chestnut put them hogs down.
If they let him back in.
Well, he's the one that signed the fucking vegan meat deal or whatever.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Did you see his, that Netflix?
How are you going to on the world record at downing hot dogs and then go, guys, I'm going to sign with this vegan company?
Now,
what the hell are you doing?
He signed with that vegan company, but the thing is, like, he did a Netflix live special, him versus Kobayashi, and he set the record for eating beef hot dogs. After that,
yeah, it just doesn't make any sense to me. Which, whatever. I'm not gonna lie, man. When Joey Chestnut wasn't eating hot dogs at the 4th of July Nathan's hot dog eating contest, took a little bit out of the 4th of July this year, man. Took a little bit out of it.
Hopefully they let him back in. I bet they lost a lot of ratings.
I didn't watch it.
I didn't either.
I watched Joey Chestnut. Yeah, I watched Joey Chestnut eat. You know, I'll see the highlights, but no, yeah, whatever. It's a weird world.
Yeah,
vegan meat. That's so weird.
Yeah, apparently it's like super bad for you.
Yeah, it's bad for you. Man-made meat. Yeah, that's bad for you.
Soybeans.
You ever heard of Dolly the sheep? You can't clone meat. That's terrible. Which I know we're doing it, soy-based or plant-based or what. I mean, that's terrible for you. It's terrible.
Yeah, it's gotta be.
Yeah, Bill Gates running around talking about how cows farting are terrible for the environment.
Yeah.
Shut the hell up, Bill. So are your computers. Ain't nobody saying a damn thing about that. But, I think his game is just quit eating real meat. He'll make your meat.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's got massive investments in all
Bill
that
Gates has the
BS.
meats.
Yeah, and your plant-based pussy meat. Yeah. I mean, let's just be flat honest.
But yeah, New York's pretty cool. They got a 3-story McDonald's in Times Square. You order on the first or second floor or something. Or you order on like the second floor and you pick up your order on the third floor. I don't remember.
What the
I
hell
went when
does
I
the
was
first
fucked
floor
up.
do?
I don't know. You
Is that
just
for the
walk
homeless
in.
people?
It's got an escalator. It's got escalators in it.
Homeless people sleep on the first floor. Order on the second floor.
Pick your food up on the third.
Pick your food up on the third and get the hell out.
Yeah.
No. Then walk by all the homeless people on the first floor with your food.
Dude, I had to.
You ever do that? You ever be walking down the street before and you got a fucking handful of food and the homeless, you got anything to eat? And you're like, nah.
Sorry, dude. I was gonna eat this.
No. You just keep walking. Oh my God. There's downtown McAllister's under the hospital.
Yeah.
It's the worst spot to go. Every
Is it?
time
I've never been.
I
to
love
the one.
it. They've got great food.
Yeah.
Not in that way, but every time I pick up food, if it may just be me or for like 2 other people,
Yeah.
I'll come out and I have a bag and there's always like just the most pitiful homeless person sitting there looking at me. And I'm like,
You got anything, bro?
yeah, don't you talk to me.
Yeah.
Don't ask me any questions. I've got a soft heart. I'll break. I will give you every bit of this fucking bag. Don't talk to me. But no, I try to avoid that
Yeah, dude.
scenario. Doesn't always work, but what do you do?
Yeah, hopefully, fucking dude. Did you see? On the? I don't. Do you have the U.S. debt clock on your phone?
On my phone, like
Yeah.
as an app?
Yeah.
No.
You should download it.
Why?
I don't know. I just like to look at it sometimes.
Seems very dooming.
It is. It's super dooming. It's like $36 trillion is the U.S.
And
debt.
counting, baby.
Yeah, going up.
Counting. Yeah, we just gonna run this bitch up to 40.
Yeah, they put the Doge clock on there now.
Good.
Department of Government Efficiency clock, and they have the emblem beside it as well.
Yeah. I guess
Yeah.
What am I? I'm excited for what they can cut.
Yeah.
Dude,
Let's see what it's at now.
There is so much wasteful money just being spent.
Yeah.
We're sending money to the Taliban. We're sending money to people that have been dead, organizations that are no longer in business. I mean, it's so irresponsible.
It's up to 16 billion.
16 billion
Yeah.
in the first 5 days.
Yeah.
I wonder how you can like check those numbers though. Like I don't know. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
hell, I could throw 20 billion up there, but I just wonder how you could go about checking some of the numbers and what they're doing, which I think that I saw something today that Trump signed an executive order to back up the Hatch Act, which would like prohibit federal funding from abortion clinics and stuff like that. I don't Planned Parenthood stuff like that. I don't think there's any federal aid going to them anymore.
Oh, okay.
There, you could be indifferent about that if you want to. I know Planned Parenthood does do some good things, but I think nobody's going after the good that they do.
Yeah.
Like, nobody wants them out of business, but there are certain things that there's certain organizations doing, whether it's Planned Parenthood, whether it's Space, it doesn't matter. It's SpaceX, Tesla, who gives a shit?
Yeah.
There are certain things that certain organizations that are doing that they shouldn't be doing, and we need to take notice of that.
Yeah. Yeah. 100%.
Simple.
It's like we spend. I think there's some kind of dumbass fish that we federally fund to research, and we spend millions of dollars on it.
We spent
Pretty much, we embezzle money through this fish.
Oh yeah, I foreign aid, man. I'm telling you, I think that every bit of that foreign aid that we give is embezzled.
Yeah. Oh, it's got to be.
I think it's washed. I think it's sent back to whoever who's got their hands in the piggy bank at the time. And
Yeah.
I don't know. It's pretty crazy though. Like you mentioned the JFK files earlier, and
Yeah.
just to pick that up, I guess, because you know me, I can't let go of a good JFK. that. What am I trying to say here? The government back then, like if you think about just the parade, he's in Dallas.
Yeah.
Lyndon Johnson's home state. Nothing, you don't do business in Texas unless Lyndon Johnson says
Approves it.
it's okay.
Yeah.
So you're in Dallas with the President of the United States. You're getting up, we're doing this parade. We're doing it without a roof on the car, which is already kind of scary.
Yeah,
Open
what the
top.
fuck?
That's what the hell are we doing? And then we're taking him through just areas that are like, man, there's so many open windows. We've not secured these buildings. We've not
so
secured
many
these
so
fence-
many alleys that have their lanes of view.
Right. There were so
Lines of
many
sight.
just simple. In that day when JFK was assassinated, I think that me nor you have any type of military training. We have no type of police. We have no training.
Yeah.
We have common sense. But even us, we could sit there and look at that.
That's
and be like,
dangerous.
there's a lot of security failures.
Yeah.
Right. So obviously, I wouldn't say obviously, but yes, obviously that was, I think, set up from the beginning.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Like,
It'd be crazy not to believe that it was. If you believe it wasn't set up, you're a nut.
you've not read a damn thing about it.
No.
Like, if you tell me that you think Lee Harvey Oswald acted alone in killing Kennedy,
Shut up.
you're flat out stupid. I mean, it's just simple physics, people. If I'm in a car, all right? If you're in a car, say you're JFK.
Okay.
You're where your TV is, okay? I'm in a window shooting at you.
Wait.
Okay.
I'm at the TV.
You're at the TV. You're facing the road. You're driving away from me.
Okay.
Your back is toward me. You're in the car.
Riding.
You're riding. You
Yeah.
having all these good people of Dallas that just love to see Jackie O and JFK. You're having a good time. And then all of a sudden, your hands come off around your neck because you've been shot from behind.
Yep.
Now, I won't argue that maybe that is a shot that Oswald fired. It's very possible. Hits him in the back, comes out the throat. You can see him do this. The bullet buries itself in the person in front of him, which was the Texas governor. His name was John Connally. And then all of a sudden, he's shot in the head. And when he's shot in the head, his
It
head
goes backwards into the left.
Now, if I shot your ass from behind before, how in the hell am I going to shoot you in the front of the head now?
That's a. I mean,
It's
yeah.
it's just a basic question. It's not possible. It's not. If your back is to me and I shoot you, you are going, when the impact of that bullet hits you, you are going to, be forced away from me. You're not going to come back to me.
Yeah.
I'm not drawing you to me. I'm forcing you away.
Yeah.
And that shot that killed him forced him back toward Oswald. That's not possible unless somebody in front, whether on the overpass, whether on the grassy knoll, whoever it was, shot him.
Yeah.
It's that simple. Everybody knows that. Everybody.
You can watch the Zapruder film.
You
and
can
see
watch
that.
the Zapruder film. It's very graphic.
Yeah.
They got that bitch in 4K now.
Dude,
I can see
I
it.
actually, dude, I meant to bookmark it earlier. I saw a good one earlier.
Dude, it's a very disturbing film. And that film come out like not 13, like 10, 12 years later.
Yeah.
And it come out on a comedy show. Is where Abraham Zapruder eventually come out with that film.
Yeah.
It's just it's an insane.
Yeah, they've got an AI enhanced version of it.
Yeah, and it's I don't know. It's
good.
hard not. I don't know. I've seen a lot of stuff going around lately, too. They're blaming the driver. Like, it looks like the
I've seen
driver
that
does
too.
clear. And I will say, it does look like the driver does clearly turn. And it does look like he's got something in his hand. But that type of damage, man.
Yeah.
You're talking about
I mean,
blowing
he
the
was-
whole right side of this man's head
I
clean
mean, maybe with a
off.
45. Maybe. But I just don't see
But
it
my
being the
problem
driver.
is, how are you going to turn? Right? I've got a Secret Service agent sitting beside me in the passenger seat. This is not a normal car. Directly behind him on the passenger side is John Connolly, Texas governor.
Yeah.
You got Nellie Connolly, his wife, directly behind him. Directly behind her, you've got Jackie Kennedy, and then over here you've got JFK. How am I going to turn? Pop JFK in the head one good time. And John Connolly and Nellie Connolly never say a word about me doing that, ever. They're never like, yeah, the driver did, ever.
Yeah, you can 100% see where he's holding, like right here.
Yeah. When he gets shot, you can, and so even something weirder, like when he comes up and he's got his hands around his throat and he's like, oh shit, you realize, I think, they've got me or whatever. I don't know what's going on in that situation, but
and then bam,
whole fucking head's gone. And then when he gets to Parkland Memorial, they are doing what they can to try to save the guy. There's nothing you can do to save the guy. He was dead before he got there, but they're still trying. And, they're looking at this, and they've got, he's got this exit wound right at the bottom of his throat, And they mark that in their report. Like, clearly, something come through his throat. Okay. Well, they immediately... Dallas, there was a big stink between the federal government and the state government, local governments of Texas and Dallas, because Dallas said this murder occurred in Texas. It occurred in Dallas. This body will stay here. We have to do an autopsy. We have to do an investigation.
We're going to do the investigation.
Right. And then the federal government's like, hell no, you're not, buddy. We are loading that body on this plane this afternoon, and we are taking it back to Washington, whether you like it or not. So it's funny, you can look at the reports from Parkland Memorial, and Parkland Memorial, on their autopsy report, they've got this little hole. You say, he's grabbing the bottom of his throat as an exit wound. Something hit him from behind or maybe from the front. I don't know. It's bigger, so it's probably an exit wound.
Yeah.
It's grabbing that. But the same autopsy report, by the time they get him to Walter Reed in Maryland, the military hospital, they say that's a trach hole from where they tried to save his life. Completely change it.
However many hours later.
Yeah, just a few hours. It's not a crazy amount, but yeah, they tried. Yeah. They completely tried. There's also like a body swap conspiracy. Like, his body never did make it here or there. I don't know, but there was a lot of very sketchy stuff going on back then.
Yeah.
There was I can't remember the name of the operation, but it was the Joint Chiefs of Staff had signed off on it, and it was, we wanted to invade Cuba. We couldn't stand Fidel Castro, and this was, I think, the Kennedy years. They wanted the Bay of Pigs, and he was kind of apprehensive about it. We did go through with the Bay of Pigs, and it's terrible, but there was a memo that leaked, and it has been proven to my knowledge, at least to what I've seen to be true, of the Joint Chiefs of Staff signed off on us, as in the American military.
Yeah.
Shooting down a commercial or commercial jet full of American passengers somewhere over America. We would shoot that down and immediately say Fidel Castro and Cuba just shot a jet down in America.
Just so we can go to war.
We've got to invade. We're going to arm the rebels in Cuba, and we're going to take over this regime.
Damn, that was fucked.
Yeah. I mean, it's just been it's been going on. I think that in 1963, you saw the real coup that took over the entire country.
Yeah.
I mean, whether you believe it or not, that's fine. That's your opinion. But I think that was the height of the whole bureaucracy, military-industrial complex.
Yeah.
Took out their biggest threat. Everybody since, and I'll say, I think Trump's an outlier. I think that's why there's such an outrage. Everybody else has been handpicked.
Yeah.
Handpicked
100%.
Since JFK. I think they killed him because he wasn't.
Yeah.
But maybe I'm wrong.
I don't know. I do know one thing.
It's been an hour.
I got to piss again.
You got to piss again?
Yeah.
Damn.
I know.
Yeah.
We'll be right back.
Yeah, dude. Yep. Pete Hegseth, Secretary of Defense.
Confirmed, so he got his final vote he needed, huh?
Yep, he's good. He's going to be the 29th Secretary of Defense.
Shit.
It's very cool. I mean.
Yeah.
He's a good guy.
Yeah, I saw a lot of people were like, yeah, Pete Hegseth is exactly what Defense Department needs.
It's got a good book. The War on Warriors is pretty good.
Yeah.
I did read that when he was nominated. Just kind of try to learn a little bit about the guy. I like most of what he was saying. I mean, I'm not going to agree with everything, but who the hell is? Seems like He's a better option than the former Secretary of Defense, Lloyd Austin, who spent like a week in the hospital and didn't even tell Biden he was sick and out of the job. He just didn't.
Damn.
Yeah.
Need another beer?
Oh, I'm okay right this second.
We finished the first 6.
Hey. Yeah. You know, and I like Hex. I like anybody that's going to get rid of the DEI. Die. I am in on that. The whole, I do agree with that.
And like we
got
said,
that whole thing going.
It really just boils down to like who's the most qualified for a
Well,
position.
that's all it is. And I agree with him. You know, he's talking about, I think a lot of people have misconstrued his views on women in combat roles in the military.
Yeah.
You know, he says that he doesn't want women in certain roles in the military. But his argument is that the reason we have women in certain roles in the military is because we've dropped our standard for them.
Yeah.
We've made it easy. We can't drop our standard to appease a certain person or a certain group of people. They have to step up and meet that standard.
Did you see the chart of standards, and it had male and female? Mm-hmm. The 1 mile run times for women was like 2 minutes longer than men.
Yeah.
In just about every age group.
Yeah, and it's very generic. And there's probably
And
a lot
I
of women out
understand-
there
I
that could beat
understand
me
where
in a
he's-
race, but I mean,
Yeah.
it's just the fact that we can't drop our standards for that.
No, we can't, because I mean, at the end of the day, like if you're in combat, that's dangerous.
Well, imagine just how stupid that is. Like, oh, well, mostly men are in this, so we'll lower the standard so more women can do it. Most nurses are women.
Yeah.
Imagine if they were like, you ain't got to go to college to be a male nurse anymore. You just come on and be a nurse.
I'd do it. They make fuckloads.
Exactly. We make more money. They're not going to lower their standards to appease.
Yeah.
You're going to have to meet their standards.
Yeah.
We shouldn't be lower.
There's no reason we should lower the military standards.
None. If you want to do that, you've got to accomplish what the standard has been set out to be.
The amount of sit-ups, the amount of pull-ups in a minute, the amount of push-ups in a minute.
Whatever it is.
It's all lower. It's a good bit lower, too. And just to get more women in the military. But at the end of the day, when you look at it, you don't want to go into combat with somebody who's not prepared, who's
Absolutely
not strong
prepared.
enough.
Well, it's like Genghis Khan.
Yeah.
Ruler of thousands, conqueror of...
Yeah.
God. I mean, that guy at 16 years old conquered
He's got that dog in him.
Dude, at 16, he conquered his first empire because they took his wife. Or he took his girl, the woman he loved.
Yeah.
Right? And he was going to get her back, and he raised an army to go get her. Like, it's incredible.
You know what I was doing at 16?
Yeah. Playing Grand Theft Auto, beating hookers up in Malibu,
beating hookers
baby.
up.
That's what we was doing.
Playing Rocket League or something.
Yeah, but, he raises an army at 16 years old to go get the woman that he loves back because they've been kidnapped by some rival. I don't know, but, he believed that men were warriors.
Yeah.
Period. The end.
Yeah.
Men were not to be. I won't say men were not to be. That probably misspeaking. But he preferred that once he conquered an area to put women in charge of the government of those areas. Because women were not warriors. They were not conquerors. But they were keepers of peace.
Yeah.
And, I mean, that we're talking about thousands of years ago. This guy's like, yeah, these, can't drop my standards. Here's what you women can do. Yeah. Here's what we have a very important role for you to run the local governments of these empires that I'm taking over. But look, men are the conquerors, and that's who I'm taking with me on these raids. It's very tragic and stuff, but whatever. The same thing applies. Women are not warriors in most aspects. Now, Ronda Rousey could beat my ass.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
there's
she
a
could
lot
probably
of women, and I'll be the first one.
No, she would. Yeah.
She would.
Not probably.
I don't think it's not probably this woman would fuck me up. You know? And there's a lot of women out there that could. Those are not the people I'm talking about. You know what I mean? They can meet that standard. It's the people that were, you only did 2 push-ups, but you're a woman and you're black. And you're Muslim? Oh.
And you're trans?
Oh, we got to get you on the front lines.
4-star general.
4-star general.
No degree?
You want a book deal? We'll get you a book deal.
Yeah.
We'll probably have you sitting, on the Joint Chiefs here in the last next few years.
Yeah.
That's exactly. That's not the way
They're just not fit for the role. They're
no,
not.
it's not. You're picking people because, I'm sorry, Kamala Harris, you're a DEI. She was a DEI hire. She's a DEI. I don't care what you say. Yes, she was a senator before. Yes, she was Attorney General of California. But Joe Biden flat out told you before he picked his running mate, he would pick a black female.
Yeah.
What? Not, I will pick the most qualified person I can find. Or I'll pick the smartest person I'll know. It's going to be a black woman.
Yeah.
I'm going to pick a black girl.
Yeah.
Watch this.
If you ain't voting for Joe Biden, you ain't black.
And I'm going to make this gay dude, Pete Booty Juice, or Buttigieg, or whatever the bag's name. I can't believe I just said that.
That used to be my favorite word. And
Still is. That dude fires me up.
yeah.
Man, I can't
Booty jug.
can't stand him. Mayor of South Bend, Indiana. You didn't do a damn thing for that city. And then you're going to be the Secretary of Transportation, and he's going to get in on a press conference and talk about how the height of certain bridges in certain areas, if they were built a little bit lower, that definitely reflects racism. What the fuck are you talking about? Have you seen the picture of him with his fake tit?
No.
Boy, that's a trip. You want to see a grown-ass man strap a whole fake plastic set of tits to himself that he fills with fucking formula for his son that he's adopted with his other husband, which is fine. Like, two men want to have that's fine. But this guy is strapping fake tits to himself like Ed fucking Gein in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre and holding his infant son to a plastic fucking tit. And he's putting this picture on the internet. You can find it. It's easy. I guarantee if you Google Pete Buttigieg,
All right.
Pete Buttigieg breastfeeding, this plastic nipple fucker is going to come up with an infant on a plastic tit. And this is supposed to be normal? Fires me up, man. Pisses me off.
Let me find it.
I guarantee you it's going to be one of the first things to pull up.
Oh, shit.
There he is with his plastic fucking titties. Like, that's so weird. And we're the weird ones. They said J.D. Vance was weird. He has an infant sucking on... Never mind.
Dude, what's wrong with a fucking bottle?
Exactly.
Nothing.
What
Bottles
are you
fine.
doing? You weird... I don't want to hear that shit. Ever again.
Did you finish that already? Oh, I'm not sure. I don't know how it looks with the ice cream in it. Oh, no, you didn't. Is it good? Oh, here. I got you. I know you're trying to...
We didn't know what the issue was.
There you go. We're talking about Pete Booty Juice.
Pete Booty Juice? Yeah.
He wore fake tits to feed his kid.
Yeah,
Put
show
formula in them.
People do that.
That's fucked up.
Some babies literally, if they're breastfed, they will not take a bottle. So
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, but
they fake it out.
yeah, but he has a husband.
If it's two dudes, you take a freaking bottle. Or you don't. Why is that not like? Why are more people not like? Dude, what are you doing? That he is strapping fake tits to himself to breastfeed a child.
Dude, imagine seeing that in public, dude. Well,
I can promise you, if I saw it in public, the same thing I just said. There is a dude strapping fake tits to himself.
I'm getting my phone out.
Child,
I'm getting my
yes.
phone out.
Be like, look at this. Look at these.
Hey, bro, don't worry about it. I'm just videoing you.
I'm just videoing you in your weird tits. That is the weird. It is. And that's normal. That's what people wanted. He was the Secretary of Transportation. He's never transported
Dude, he did a
anything.
horrible job in Ohio whenever they had that.
Yeah, he didn't do a damn thing.
No.
The rain tracks were racist.
I think I remember.
He probably fucking said something like that.
Probably.
Clown and a half.
But no, dude, I remember, like, he was nowhere to be found, I don't think. He might have gone there like a week after.
I think Trump was the only one that went there
Yeah.
to East Palestine.
Yeah.
Vance probably went, but that was his home state, so that makes sense. But
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, no, we've got that. All I can think about is a fucking plastic titty. I'm so fucking mad.
How do they look, dude? You like them?
No, I want to hit
You
him.
probably suck on that, dude.
I want no.
Come on, dude. What if they put some whole milk in
If
there?
you like,
Cookies and cream flavored.
if you ever see,
You're sucking on that, dude.
I mean, have you ever just seen somebody and you're like, you need your ass like beat bad.
Yeah.
Like you need the absolute shit kicked out of you. This guy needs the absolute shit kicked out of him.
Yeah. I've seen that.
Yeah. I need a beer if you don't mind.
Oh, you need a beer?
I do.
All right. All right.
I do. I don't know. I could talk about this for. Oh. It's just not like, why are we challenging this in any way? We have like women to do this. And if women can't do this, we have formula and bottles.
Yeah, formula's expensive.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, but still, like,
I mean, if you get the expensive stuff, so the Sam's brand
why are we
works just fine, and it's like a third of the price.
Yeah, like, why can't we just be happy with our differences?
Yeah.
Like, I don't care. I'm not a woman
Yeah.
at all. I've never wanted to be,
Me either.
not even once.
Yeah, me either.
Just to be completely honest with you, ladies, being a lady sounds awful.
Yeah.
Awful.
I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy.
I would not want to be a lady. No way, man. No way.
Yeah.
Ugh. Like, no offense, but like, ugh. Like, I don't know. I feel like maybe it's time to have the conversation of bringing mental institutions back.
Dude, I think that would be a huge thing. Like,
I mean, there's a few people that I think we need to lock up.
yeah.
The first one that I'm going to suggest, the dude wearing the plastic tits. First guy on my list.
Yeah. Yeah, he's going for
Like,
sure.
Dude, you need some help.
Dude, I think the mental institutions did play a super important role when they were instated.
Well, of course they were. They kept all the fucking lunatics off the street.
Bro, have you ever
changing their gender?
Have you ever seen Shutter Island?
Yeah, been a long time.
Dude, the first time I watched
Leo
that movie,
movie.
are you putting them on the pyramid?
Good Leo movie. Oh shit, my bad, bro.
Come on, man.
My bad.
We got to do. It's got to be. We got to do. You got to stack it on top now. What's not? It's got. I think it has dip spit in it.
It does. It's got a little snuff off in that motherfucker.
Do what? We could be. I mean, we've been recording for a minute.
We've been having a good time.
Yeah, we've been having a good time though. This has been a good podcast.
It's been a great podcast. I've been talking about plastic tits for the last 10.
Plastic tits. Yeah, we did talk about that for just a minute. Dude, but have you seen the movie Shutter Island?
It's been a long time, but I kind of remember a little bit of Leo, right?
Start in the movie.
Okay.
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Okay.
He's an investigative officer going to investigate the island.
Yeah.
Well, by the end of the movie, turns out he's one of the patients. Dude, and this movie fucked me up whenever I first saw it. I might have been like 10 or 12.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, they just made Leonardo DiCaprio think he was a fucking nut. And they made him stay here.
Yeah.
They didn't let him leave. They made him stay.
We need to go get this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I watched a movie like that. It wasn't that one though. It was they were all trapped in a motel. I want to say Joan Cusack was one of the characters.
Yeah.
It was just all in his head. This terrible murder and stuff like that. He's trying to figure
See,
out.
that's the thing. Like with Shutter Island, like whatever he was trying to uncover, like was all in his head the whole time. Like him being an officer or like an investigator was all in his head. So like they're riding to the island on a ferry.
Yeah.
The whole time he's thinking he's some investigator. Well, he stays there longer and longer, and he just becomes more mental and more mental the whole time. And the whole time when I'm first watching, I'm like, dude, these people are really like convincing him that he's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
turns
but he's
out
really fucking crazy.
Turns out he was, and they were giving him another opportunity to break his insanity
Yeah.
before they did a lobotomy on him.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Speaking of lobotomy, JFK's sister had a lobotomy.
I did not know that.
Rose, right? She had some, I think, normal teenage to, young woman type issue. Mental, you know what I mean? Everybody has that stuff.
Everybody has it.
And their idea was, we're going to send her to this doctor that takes an ice pick and sticks the ice pick right here in your eye and then shoves it up in your brain and just yangles that motherfucker around a little bit and scrambles your frontal lobe. Like that.
Dude,
was
lobotomies are so wild.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think many people are shocked to know that, Rose Kennedy after that was never able to live by herself. He completely fucked that woman.
Yeah, dude, imagine scrambling your frontal lobe.
Yeah.
That's what makes us, I'm pretty sure that part of the brain is what makes us different from primates. It's our communication.
Yeah, there's a lot.
That's how we communicate with our frontal
Well, think
lobe.
about the people with frontal lobe damage and some of the stuff they do. Like they say, some of the most notorious serial killers, Ted Bundy, John Wayne Gacy, there was very possible frontal lobe damage or temporal damage to both of those people.
Yeah, I believe it.
Very, very, it completely altered their life.
Yeah,
it's a very important. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, and it's wild that like a doctor back in the day was like, hey.
I got an idea.
What if we just fucking stab him in the brain?
What if I just...
Right in the front.
And what's even worse is like, they would take these things, take your eye.
Fucking vices for your eyeballs.
Take them
open that shit up.
Open them up, and then take a metal instrument right here where your eye meets the corner and just run that mother all the way up into your brain and just... It's kind of like a game. What?
Yeah, were you awake?
Huh? I think you were sedated, but
maybe
you were not put to sleep.
Yeah, imagine taking a Loratab, and then I'm just like, hey, let's take this spike into your brain.
And when I get to your brain, I'm gonna
hammer that son of a bitch.
Yangle it around a little bit. I hope I hit the right wires, and you're not gonna be depressed and crazy when you come out. But unfortunately, most people come out like, oh no, come on, a little bit better, you fucking guys. Yeah, Sloth from the Goonies was a butch lobotomy. That's exactly what that was. But I mean, it's crazy. Yeah. But it's exactly what they were doing.
Yeah,
and it was common practice. And lots of people had it done. Famous people, like I said, Rose Kennedy, just completely messed her up. But there were certain people that I guess it
worked on a couple.
Hey, yeah, you know what?
He fully recovered from whatever the fuck he had.
Pretty much what he did, docs. He knocked the living shit out of the front of my brain, and I just feel so much better now.
Yeah,
it's kind of like electroshock therapy. That was a pretty wild concept too. Let's just shock the shit out of them until they stop. Hey, you still hear voices? Yeah, shocker again.
Damn.
Yeah.
Dude, that's fucked.
We were crazy. We were flat out crazy.
We've done some wild experiments on people.
Yeah, MK Ultra. All that stuff.
Wish I was part of that.
Right? They say Ted Kaczynski, the Unabomber, was. And when
really?
He was at Harvard, they said he kind of got involved and was recruited in the MK Ultra type experiments.
Damn.
That's what sent him into great ride.
Who's that dude that was in prison? Fucking Manson. Charles Manson.
Charles Manson, yeah.
Said he was
LSD
part of it.
and all that. Yeah, man. There's some. Well, Manson got. If I listened, I think, to something about Manson, if I'm not mistaken, and it was just like people talking about how he was probably some type or had something to do with some government type experiments or something, or was working as something, because there was some trouble that he would get in, and he would be out in the like nobody's getting out like that unless you've got something. So it's very possible. I don't know. Stranger things have happened, man. Like I 100%. Said, the Joint Chiefs of Staff said we would shoot down an airliner and blame it on Russia.
Yeah, that's
just to invade Russia. Or not Russia, Cuba.
Yeah.
And we were going to be the ones that shot that down. A lot of people think 9/11 was a false flag. What a world, guys.
I think they might. Did they say anything about releasing those
the 9/11 files? They need to. They need to.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not.
Bush wasn't pardoned.
I don't think Bush knew a damn thing.
You don't think so?
No.
I just
I'll
see
say
shit
this.
all the time.
No. I'll say this. I don't think George W. Bush was ever the president of the United States.
Oh, yeah?
From 2000 to 2008, George Bush was called the president, but I think Dick Cheney was the president of the United States.
Dude, I don't know if you've ever seen it. There's this fucking hilarious, like, Will Ferrell did this skit, and it's George W. Bush interviewing George W. Bush, and it's Will Ferrell playing both roles. Dude, it's fucking hilarious.
George W. Bush, though, he's a fun guy. Like, he looks like he's always having a good time.
What's your favorite wood?
Love the Houston.
Balsa wood.
Him and Obama at Jimmy Carter's funeral. Honestly, it was funny.
Yeah.
It was funny. Like,
Yeah, they're next.
Yeah, like, yeah, they are. Clinton's next. That
Dude, he
poor
looks
son of a
terrible,
bitch.
dude.
He looks like SpongeBob when SpongeBob had the suds.
God damn.
Oh,
Just
but no,
gray.
just
His hair's as white as these headphones.
I don't feel so good, Patrick. You know, just got the fuck. Yeah, but no, dude. Him and Obama at Carter's funeral was funny. There was a video of one of the aides getting ready to walk him into the funeral.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's all fucking a show.
Oh,
talking
yeah.
to George.
Who's
and-
there? Who's
Yeah,
coming in?
yeah.
Who's walking in?
They're lining
Fuck
them
Jimmy
up.
Carter, dude.
Yeah,
Who's there?
Yeah, who's there? We're lining them up to walk them in to make them look cool. And they got Bush walking in front of Obama, and it was kind of funny. And one of the aides was like talking to Bush. He's like, "Are you gonna behave?" And Obama was like, "No, he is not gonna behave. Like, he's not." It's kind of fun. I think it's kind of fun to see the actual human side of those guys from time to time.
Yeah, you don't really get to see it often. You always get to see a show. It's always
It's all a show.
It's all a show. I
think that
from the time you run for your first political office, to the time you're done with your last one, I mean,
Yeah.
you're putting on a show the whole time.
And I think I
At the
might
end of the
catch a
day.
lot of flack for saying this, but if it was 2008 today, like,
Yeah.
just all the circumstances were the same, I would have probably voted for Barack Obama.
Do you think
Probably. Like, take Donald Trump out of it.
Donald Trump versus Kamala Harris?
Take Donald
Obama versus Kamala Harris.
in a primary.
Oh yeah, dude.
Or even, I mean, yeah, Barack Obama in 2008 talking about if you commit a crime, you're going to be deported. Here's what, it was he was very lawfare
Yeah.
oriented, but, something changed along the last 16 years or so, but
Yeah, he painted
Yeah.
his roof blue and
exactly. Yeah. But no, I would have probably, I do believe that we probably need to offer some type of universal health care, and I think it's a good idea.
I think
I don't
we
know
just
how
did
to
it the
do
wrong
it.
way.
We did it the wrong way. We did
Yeah,
it the
100%.
complete-
We
I think
healthcare.
that our health care should be similar to what our unemployment and our food stamps are. I think that our main focus should be an executive order. If I was Donald Trump, first thing I'd do is I'd sign an executive order getting rid of the law and the statute that prevents you from buying health care across state lines.
Yeah.
I could have the same plan from hypothetically Blue Cross Blue Shield of, Pennsylvania that's $200 cheaper than what Alabama's charging me. But I can't go get that because I don't live in Pennsylvania.
Dude, you want to hear something crazy?
Make these people compete.
I worked for a company based out of Pennsylvania. I had Blue Cross Blue Shield of Pennsylvania. But there were providers here that would take it,
Yeah.
which it wasn't bad. That insurance was pretty good.
Right.
But now I've got Blue Cross Blue Shield of Alabama. Way better.
Yeah, well, and I have Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee.
Yeah.
It's just where our corporate.
But you have to find the providers.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've got to make sure, like, you can't just go to any fucking Tom, Dick, and Harry
And you should
and
be
get
able
your
to
shit done. Yeah, you should.
open that up, make everybody compete in a fair healthcare market, and
That brings price down.
And then, that brings price down because you breed competition, and then the people that once that competition drives prices down, you are still going to have a select subset of people that still can't afford insurance.
Yeah. And that's
Those are the people you give the government insurance to. Just
Yeah.
like unemployment. Me and you are employed, so we don't have to draw it. We don't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
But if It's there if we need it. It needs to be the same thing for healthcare. It's there if we need it, but we have to be careful about not letting people just take advantage of that. I don't know how you go about monitor. I don't know, but I'm just saying it needs to be an option for people. But it doesn't have. It does. There doesn't need to be a penalty if you don't have it.
Right.
If I can't afford to have health insurance, then I can't afford to pay your penalty that you're going to charge me for not having the health insurance.
Yeah.
It's stupid.
And that's a good thing about coming down, like maybe rolling back regulations.
Absolutely.
Because regulations a lot of times keeps competition out of certain markets.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, people are like, well, why is my fucking cheese so expensive? Well, it's because this company
is the only
one that can afford the regulations.
Exactly.
Regulations become expensive at the end of the day. So, like, these insurance companies that want to, help people, they've got to follow these regulations. They got to pay for these regulations. They're too expensive. They can't cover anybody in this state. They can only cover somebody in another state. And that even boils down to, like, food and, like, vehicles.
Everything.
You see where Chrysler or Dodge, they're creating 1,500 jobs in Detroit. Mm-hmm. They're moving their manufacturing plant for the Dodge, or I say plant. They're moving manufacturing for the new Dodge Durango back to Detroit from Canada.
I would be curious. Yeah, that's a great thing. I mean, but I would be curious to know who the hell sent that to Canada to begin with.
Yeah.
Who okayed that?
Yeah.
Who? And I think...
Well, it had to have been the company that owns Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram. I know that they're all owned by one. Yeah, Stellantis.
Yeah.
Well, because, like, if you think about it, like, the regulations, they were probably so expensive. It was like, well, why don't we just make them in Canada, ship them over? Mm-hmm. It's cheaper that way.
Yeah. And I know we're probably getting pretty close to our time here.
Yeah.
Last thing I've got to say is, like, jobs like that is we've created, like, think about when you were growing up.
Okay.
And when you were real young, because, I mean, it's kind of hard for me to remember, but I do have, like, you just drive through town and you'd be like, well, there's, bank 1. There's bank number 2.
Yeah.
There's another bank.
Yeah.
Here's a hospital. Here's a doctor. Here's another doctor. Here's another. Think about where your doctor is now.
Okay.
If they send you your doctor, where are you going 9 times out of 10? You going to the doctor's office, or is that doctor located in a hospital setting? That doctor is in a hospital setting to funnel you into the hospital business.
Yeah.
Right? It's more money. So they took out, and all these private doctors, Blue Cross Blue Shield, United Healthcare, Viva Health, all of them come in, and they forced private doctors out of private practice into hospital settings to make things more expensive, and they did the same thing with the housing market. Used to be, there were banks everywhere.
Yeah.
Think about how many banks you see now. Very few.
Yeah.
Very few. It's all central banking, and there are...
Yeah, a lot of people use
Vanguard,
yeah.
BlackRock, Vanguard, State Street own about 80% of the S&P 500. They also buy a shit ton of the single-family homes in this country. They turn around, they sell them, and they rent them out.
Yeah.
And they're making money off of people that don't already have money. And the thing that's happened is we've gone in, like, 1940s, 50s, 60s, 70s. The American dream was home ownership. 90% of an American's wealth is tied in the equity of their home.
Yeah.
But the reality of the day is that a lot of people are not going to be able to outright buy a house to begin building equity. And what that does is it puts you in a renter situation where you don't know if your lease is going to be renewed. You don't know where your kids are going to school next year.
Yeah.
So you're not getting a job in that community to put back into that community. You have no pride. You don't care what the schools are like. You don't care what the roads are like. You don't care about anything because you're going to be gone. But if we had jobs like we used to, where everything was made in America and you got paid a good wage, you had insurance, and you were able to reinvest in your community where your schools, your roads, your houses, your whatever was the absolute best, we would be okay. Yeah. But we've gone away from the I don't know, there's no pride in what we were anymore. In the 40s and 50s, man, I got this house in this neighborhood, I've got this job, I'm doing good, I'm doing this, I own this, I'm building equity. Today it's the exact opposite. We're losing wealth because there is nobody building equity renting a home. You're losing money month over month, year over year. And you're not reinvested in the communities. Communities are seeing it. Schools are hurting. Churches are hurting. The roads are, it all goes back, in my opinion, to they've taken the number one goal of this country was to own a home and to be your own person. You can't do that anymore.
No.
You can't.
And the good thing is about them bringing just a singular vehicle, the Dodge Durango, back to Detroit. Detroit used to be the hub for car manufacturing.
Oh, it was bumping. Now look at it.
It's a shithole.
It's a shithole. Nobody.
Maybe this is just a start, but
maybe
if they can bring.
There was an era, in the United States, era of good feeling. You know what I'm saying? It's.
And I think we could get back to that.
Could we?
Starting with the Dodge Durango.
Yeah. But I mean, it's real. It's a palpable feeling. I think that there's a lot of people have talked about it. Like there's a general just like ease.
Yeah.
Like, everybody's taking a deep breath. Whew, oh God, we won. Like we were close. And not every,
and now we've got an opportunity to bring America back to what it used to be.
Yeah, I think so. I don't know if you'll ever get it back completely, but I think we got a good chance here.
Yeah, we can start here. We can start here.
I think we got a good chance to make a very, 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 very good beginning for a new start.
Yeah.
But it's...
I think we can thrive once again.
I think so, but you're going to have... like
the Americans
and the ideas
can thrive.
Are right. Starting... Foreign countries, foreign companies investing in this country, bringing money into this country, and bringing jobs into this for the people is, like I said, man, if you can get somebody to set roots, start building a life and equity and being it. That's like you think about Mountain Brook.
Yeah.
Right? Great schools, great roads, great
schools,
houses.
Even Vestavia.
Yeah, and those people are...
Homewood.
Yeah, those people are... They take... extreme amounts of pride in where they live, and sometimes look, we make fun of it. It's like fucking loser. You know what I mean? But
pussy.
It's what everybody wants to be able to have a home that you're going to be able to come home to for the next 10, 15, 20, 30 years.
Have a good school that your kids are going to get a great education.
My tax dollars are going toward that school.
Yeah.
I know what they're going toward. Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
That's not happening. Most people are renting. They don't give a shit what that school does because they're probably not going to be in that school.
They'll move to somewhere else.
Whoever's
with a cheaper
leasing
rent price.
next. Yes, because rent's going up year over year, and you're forced to find the cheapest option.
You don't want to pay $3,000 a month for a 3-bedroom, 1.5 bath apartment, or even a house.
And then we sit there and go, I wonder why people are unhappy.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Good question.
Really? 3 companies own damn near, if not 80% of the S&P 500. Do you know how much money there is in the S&P 500?
Not as much as I got.
Billions, brother. You know what I mean?
Dude, so much money.
And we're not talking about them.
Uncomprehendable amounts of money for
By
most
the way,
people.
And
For most people, you can't even comprehend that amount of money.
No. And by the way, if you look into
I'd say
BlackRock,
99% of people.
right? Look into BlackRock, look into Vanguard, State Street. These investment companies. Look at where they're buying land right now. Ukraine,
Yeah.
certain places in Europe.
I would too.
What's going?
Funny to funnel
Well,
money.
yeah, but at the same time, when you have companies like this that control that much capital, and they control more money than the entire gross domestic product of the state of California. That's our biggest state. You know? And they have in their hands in assets and stuff more money than that. Why are y'all buying up land in Europe? Why are you buying up land in Europe? Something like I do think there's a sinister aspect to all of this, and that part, they are part of that. What's your end game?
Yeah.
Something's going on.
Yeah, there's no telling.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
Maybe we'll find out.
I don't know. I think that's one of those like Illuminati things.
Yeah, dude.
BlackRock. What I don't know. It's
Fuck 'em.
insane. Yep. Investment company, my ass.
Yeah.
You over here buying up all the damn land, driving people into poverty. But,
Yeah.
Who am I? Just a hillbilly.
Yeah, dude,
Right?
you're in a fucking basement. Dude. What are you doing?
I'm in a basement. Yeah,
You're
I'm
in a basement just
It's not-
talking through a fucking mic.
Maybe one day we won't be.
Maybe
But
one day we won't be. Dude, it'd be
For now,
sick,
we
dude,
will
if we
be.
had our own studio.
Yeah.
That'd be sweet.
Yeah, shit, dude. It'd be sweet if we had like the Oval Office.
Yeah. Dude, where do you see yourself in 10 years?
Always wanted to be
In 10 years.
in 10 years,
Yeah.
some type of state government.
You think?
Yeah.
Okay.
100%.
You run for office?
Yeah.
Dude, we ought to get somebody in here that's
100%.
currently in office.
I actually have, and I'll show you the email. I have an email our local state rep. I sent him an email and told him I wanted to be his successor. When he's done, I want to know.
Is that who's that?
Standard.
Standard.
Yeah.
Dude, you should shoot him an email.
Yeah.
Tell him to come on here.
Yeah.
I'll buy another microphone.
I
another
did. I sent him an
cable.
email. I sent him an email back before Christmas and told him, I was interested in being somebody that maybe once he was done being the person that took his seat in the House, and asked if he was open to conversation. He said he was open to it.
Yeah.
So,
dude, I could get another mic. I'll
Yeah.
get another cable.
Yeah.
It's $60 maybe.
Yeah, we could do that. We can make that happen.
We'll get in. I mean, if he wants to come hang out in the basement,
Yeah,
we could not drink beer that episode, I guess.
No, we're drinking beer.
We got to make. You
Yeah.
think he'll drink a beer?
I doubt it.
Probably not.
Yeah. No, 10 years, man.
That's cool though.
So I've always wanted to hold the office.
Yeah.
That'd be so much.
Yeah.
That'd be so dope.
Dude,
Maybe
I
not,
have this
but-
thing where like I'll get to thinking during the week, and that's a problem when I get to thinking. But so I want to go back and get I want to have my own engineering firm in the next 10 years.
Yeah.
So I've been working in power lines for the past 4, almost 5 years.
Yeah, I guess probably something like that.
Yeah. So
26, 27,
yeah, I want to finish my degree up in engineering, and then obviously I'd have to take another job, maybe with a firm or something,
Yeah,
doing
sure.
power lines.
Maybe.
But I'd like to have my own firm,
That'd be dope.
dude. It'd be sweet.
That would be
Because
cool.
then I'd have like time.
Yeah.
I'd have some time like to myself. We could do this more often.
I know this. I'm old enough now to run for the state house. You only got to be 21 in the state of Alabama.
Damn, really?
Yep.
Yeah.
21.
You could do it too, because you're super knowledgeable about that
I think-
that stuff. I mean, I'm not near as knowledgeable, I guess, because I don't study it as much.
I've been doing it since we were in the
I look
grade.
in. Yeah, you have
love
been, dude.
this
You've been
shit.
doing it a long time.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's.
debates. You were always on top of
Yeah.
it. You knew what you were talking about.
I would love to do it. It would be honestly, that would be my dream job.
Yeah.
I'd do it for the rest of my fucking life.
Yeah, dude. You have to email them. We'll have to get them on here.
They pay you like $42,000 a year.
Who cares, dude? It's
would
what you
do
want to do, though. See, that's the thing that a lot of people get confused with. Is like they want to make a lot of money,
Yeah.
but a lot of times what their passion is doesn't
Yeah.
pay a lot of money.
Yeah.
And some people just don't want to settle with that. But like the thing is, like if you're truly happy, it really doesn't matter
cares,
how much
right?
money you're making because you're happy.
You're telling me, these guys meet, you work a month? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
A month, they meet in March? Oh, okay.
The other 11 months, you're kind of planning.
I would love to be the guy that abolished the income tax in the state of Alabama.
You could be that
I
guy.
would
You
love
could
to
still be that guy.
I would love to.
You know what else you could get going?
Let's do a lottery, and let's get rid of the income tax.
Let's get gambling.
Yeah, all of it.
Online gambling?
I want complete open. Like the whole argument of, well, if we do that, people will gamble their house away. Well, you
Who?
dumb-
Who?
Yeah, well, that's an argument.
Cares?
Like, yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. Well, why do you sell beer?
Yeah. I
Poor
mean, why do you
bastard
sell
could get in
cigarettes?
Yeah, he could have cancer.
Why do you sell crystal meth behind the Chevron?
Yeah, exactly. Like, why do you do any of this? I mean, well, we can't destroy people's lives. You're doing it. When
People destroy their own lives.
That's it. You can't let one person ruin it for everybody.
You can't govern the way other people want to destroy their lives.
Yeah. Meanwhile, we are going back and forth to Florida. We're going back and forth to Georgia, Mississippi. We're going to Tennessee.
And spending all of
We're
our
spending
money,
all of our money, and
millions.
I'd have to look at the other one. But Georgia, I know we're going over there and just spending money and helping
Dude,
their
I've got-
education system. You know,
Like we talked about last time, I got 3 ads just today that said Tennessee got $100+ million worth of tax money from the lottery, from online gambling,
yeah.
to put back towards whatever they want to allot it to.
I think
Schools, whatever they want to allot it to.
I think the state of Alabama does something like $3 billion a year in tax revenue, and I think for the state of Mississippi, the last time I looked it up, and it's been a while. They legalized. Of course, they've always had gambling with the casinos and stuff, but now they've got the lottery. They got the actual lottery, and when they did that, they were able. If you looked at their just year-over-year data or whatever, they were bringing in as much money through gambling and the lottery as they were as the income tax. Well, in that case, in my head, you go, all right, well, income tax is done. Off. Which I agree is a great idea, too, is like...
Because then the people are getting more money. They're putting more money
in. You need to keep your money.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm going to do with that money? Exactly what we just talked about. I want to buy a house. I want to invest in my community. I want to make sure my schools are good.
It'll really make a state thrive.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And Mississippi's been behind us, but I think they'll be ahead of us soon.
If Alabama, I think, in the next 3 or 4 years doesn't have somebody that completely comes out and supports the lottery, we're going to be left behind.
Yeah, because our education is not nearly...
It's already behind.
It's way behind. We're like 48th or something in math or some shit like that.
We're low, man. We're low, and we need... Clearly, we're not finding other alternatives.
All of our senators, representatives, they're all for education, but how could you be for education and not want to excel that?
Well, like, here's... You mentioned Detroit earlier. You know, it's a car capital world. They made every damn car, it seemed like, in the world in Detroit.
Yeah.
And now think about it. Where do you... I know they make cars.
Is that it?
Elsewhere.
There it is.
Looks
there it
good.
is.
But... to me, Alabama is now the automotive capital of the United States.
Dude, we've got Honda, Hyundai, we've got Mercedes plant.
Yeah, Hyundai, we got Mercedes, like you said, Honda, we've got Auto
Honda's a big one, dude. A lot of people fucking work. My dad used to work there.
Yeah, we got Auto Car here in Birmingham that builds the garbage trucks. We've got
that's right off 79.
We've got a Toyota factory. I think they make the engines up in Huntsville. I mean,
we manufacture a lot of vehicles in this state.
Well, it's because we give the state of Alabama does give good tax breaks. The state of Alabama also has very, very low environmental regulations. And so that's a big draw. But that's what you need. I think there's a way to walk that line. You have extreme cases like California, who's ran everybody and their brother out of there. Unless you're some
and I don't blame them, dude. Taxes are ridiculous.
You know,
regulations,
all the major manufacturers
ridiculous.
are getting the hell out of California.
Yeah,
you know, and they're going to states that offer. If you're not offering, what are you offering people? Your company is going to operate where your company can make the most money. And if your company can make the most money in Alabama versus California, you're going to move it to Alabama.
Yeah.
It's the same reason that Tesla's in Texas and SpaceX is in Texas.
Right.
Texas. You know,
because, California is fucking people on taxes. And what are they doing with that tax money? Nothing.
They're not filling the hydrants. I can tell you that.
Yeah.
They're not doing a fucking thing about it. And once again, there you go. There's another thing right there. Where's that money going?
Hey,
Gavin, Gavin Newsom has got a job that pays a few $100,000 a year. How are you buying a $10 million house? How? How are you buying that? How are you buying a $10 million house on a $200,000, $300,000 a year salary?
If it's even that much.
Right. The governor of California probably makes good money.
Yeah. I guess when you take in consider the living price.
Yeah, but he does not make enough to afford a 10. He bought millions of dollars estate, like very fancy. Where's that coming from? What is that? Somebody explain this to me. Yeah, somebody explain this to me like I'm two.
Yeah,
because this money's coming from somewhere, and time to find it. I don't know.
Well, shit, dude.
Yeah, man, that's been a long one.
Yeah, that's
been a good one.
I don't know. It might be a couple hours and a half.
Yeah,
I don't even know what we're at right now. What are we at? What do you think? How long have we been down here?
Hour and a half, probably.
Dude, this one's 44 minutes. We came down.
Maybe getting close to 2 hours now, guys.
Might be 2.5.
Well, if y'all made it to the end, please vote for me in 10 years.
Yeah. I'll vote for you, dude.
I know you will. Thank you.
But, well, shit. Okay. All right. What do you think about the beer?
Oh, if we're doing a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give this thing a hard 7. It was pretty good. Yeah, I'd definitely get it again.
I think I'd give it a 7-2.
I liked it. 7.
Yeah. So it's a Rapturous Raspberry Sour Ale. Super tart.
It is a super tarted beer.
Yeah, super tarted.
Super tarded.
No, dude, it was really good. I do like the sours. I don't know what we're gonna. You pick the one up next week.
Yeah, that sounds good. I'll get us a good one.
Yeah, you're gonna have
We'll get us one out of left field.
Yeah,
Figure out what's going on.
yeah. But yeah, dude, it's been a good one.
It's been a good one. Y'all
All right.
have a good week.
All right, y'all too. Thanks for listening.